fuck is up? It's the fucking wormhole. We're here to talk some shit. What's going on, guys? Fucking bringing up chat. Try to keep chattering until you guys want to pop in. Somebody popping in. Oh shit. This is gonna get tricky. Try to mute this thing here in a minute. Bam. Quickness. Now chat's up. What's going on, man? Fucking hump day, St. Patty's Day, got the green on. Actually, it ain't even St. Patty's Day no more, is it? Some bitch. Oh well. Hope everybody had a good one. It's kind of my night off, so I'm just chilling. Eagle's trying to get caught up on some shit, so I get to run the wormhole. Y'all get stuck with me. Haha. Haha. Nah, cheers. What's up? What up? What about Bob? When are you gonna do your episode, Bob? We gotta get you on here too. Automation is freedom, comfortably numb, blind cat 420. What's going on, guys? Man, this is different when you're by yourself. It's totally different. I don't even know what to talk about. Shit. I guess I'm gonna fire up a joint. Stimulus day, Bob. I'm going out. Yeah, I've been seeing all the stimulus day or stimulus check specials going on and shit. That's cool. What's up, Big Ed? What's your big plans with the stimulus checks? Funny thing is, my girlfriend was finishing, so I paid my taxes or whatever, and she was finishing it up. So like, yeah, the taxes I owe are greater than what the stimulus is. So my stimulus is like half of my taxes are going to be paid, I guess. So I don't know. It is what it is. It's funny how that goes in life, though, man. Seems like anytime you get a chunk of money, you're like, especially as an adult, you're always like, fuck, there's so much things I want to do with it, but I know there's something I should do with it. So that always good stuff. Mr. Bingus. Oh, Johnny's jumping in. Hosting duties. Eagle makes it look too easy. What's up, Johnny?
What's
Too much, man.
Get this thing going there. There we go.
There it is. There he is. How you doing?
How are you? What's up? What's up?
How you feeling today?
Very like comfortably numb.
There you go. That's all right. It's better than
I yesterday was a real good one for me, man. I took some of that medicated chicken that I made the other day and some of the medicated portobellas and made me some rice and mixed that all together. And I ate that up and well, I had a second plate of it because it was so good.
That went good. You slept good, huh?
Oh man, I passed out, man. It got to the point where it was just like I could barely keep my eyes open, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I went in and I laid down and I had some of the best sleep I'd had in a long time.
Nice.
It's very good, very good.
That's mission accomplished right there, man. So you're ready to headbang today? We're gonna go headbanging.
No headbanging for Johnny. He's got to get his neck fixed first. Okay. My headbanging days are over for a minute.
Yeah. Now I'm host. I gotta watch for that to pop up so I can admit people in.
Wow, right on.
This one I don't know about though.
Who's coming in? Me?
Oh, Sergeant Pepper's.
I mean, we say the same shit about your organic fools. We don't know about you guys because you guys sit there and follow a recipe and hope that whatever you put in that soil is right. I mean, I don't know, bro. Are we playing? Of course I'm playing. I'm just fucking with you. What's up, guys?
Hello, man.
So, Sergeant, how you doing? You got your pepper straightened out there.
What?
His emblem there. It used to be just a pepper.
Oh, no, it's a Sergeant. Yeah.
Now it's got a strong arm pepper with some stripes on it, sergeant stripes. Right on, man.
Yeah.
Looking good.
What's up, guys?
Do you have some responsibilities? Sorry, I'm reading chat, talking to myself. Not much. Pepper's doing all right, man. How come you don't think we know what nutrients are in our stuff, dude? What's up?
Yeah. What's up with that?
Telling you these lies? Who's telling you these lies?
Lies about what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that part.
You're saying we don't know when stuff gets released. I'm like, who's telling you these lies? We know how long.
I mean, do you really know? Do you really know for sure when you amended a soil when it's actually being released?
Yeah, but
like down to the point where you know the hour of the day. Do you really know?
Nope.
I mean, honestly, do you really know? I'm not trying to be a dick
No,
or
I'm
anything.
not.
I'm asking, do you really know?
Don't. No, I don't.
Well, like, so that's my whole control issue for me is that, like, some people like cruise control, and there's nothing wrong with cruise control. But see, for me, I have a thing with this control over the throttle where I like to be able to fucking achieve more miles per minute. So my sarcastic ass is saying, come on, bro, salts for life, baby, salts for life. I'm just fucking with you, Smiley.
No, it's a good question, though. It's a great question. I'm not even trying to take it as you're fucking with me. It's a great question because I think it's on the mind of a lot of people when they're talking about, well, how do you re-amend? How do you re-amend your soil after? That's my question right now. That's the thing I'm battling through, right? I got 3 runs down, or I'm on my 3rd run. How do I know how much is in there? How do I know all those things? So it's.
Well, that's my thing where I can't just that as much as I want to try organic, I want to do it in a small area. And the main reason being is, well, I like knowing what I'm going to yield. So with organic, like, forgive me for not knowing and never running it, but it's kind of like rolling the dice and praying for 7 or 11, because you can amend it the best way you want and you can have your soil amended perfectly. But what if that cultivar is a little bit different? And what if that cultivar requires something else different? So I guess for me, because I'm such a control freak, I don't know, bro. So I like knowing exactly what's going in there. And even if it's just a base, I love knowing exactly how much EC is going in there, because you can sit there and put as much powdered nutrients as you want or amendments on soil, but when exactly does it break down and when do you know? And I guess for me, because I'm a control freak, that's fucking hard to let go, bro. Like, I like running 1100 ppft. I don't want to run 800 ppft and be like, why do my plants look like shit? You know what I mean? So that's where my hard part is with organics now. If you look at Poetry of Plants, he's got a synthetic but semi-synthetic nutrients that he runs, and that's beanstalk agriculture, and it's a time-released synthetic. Now, as much as I like salt, that sounds pretty interesting, but all that runs through my mind is, does that nutrient really know when to release that actual like part of it? Because I love knowing when I'm going to raise up my phosphorus and when I'm going to decrease it, or when I'm going to flush my media. I guess I don't like knowing, well, when does that kind of happen? Let's sit here and pull up a chair and wait, because I would rather know that I can put exactly what EC I want and pull out a certain amount of weight, rather than being like, well, I thought I did this much on this round. You know what I mean?
I don't, but let's welcome resident.
Well, it's all good, bro. Even Jesus has a bad day, so it's okay.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, not if he's
kind of the whole
organic, bro.
idea.
If he's organic, bro, he doesn't have a bad day.
I would ask you this, Sergeant. You got a few different cultivars you run through. How much of a change are you making to your nutrient regimen between different cultivars?
I mean, honestly, it all depends on the way that I actually sit there and flush it and also do root trenches. And then also, the beauty of with me is that I can run different actual light recipes to different cultivars, and they're going to affect differently. So I can push my cultivars on different ways.
But that's what I'm asking is how often are you utilizing that? Because you made the point that in organics, I'm not going to know what one's going to take up what. And I'm just asking, well, how big of an issue is that for you now? How many adjustments are you making between cultivars?
I mean, honestly, I don't have to make that many because when I'm running 1100 ppfd, if I have the right EC and I'm pushing them the right way and I have the right environmentals, well, yeah, some go a little bit deficient, but to be brutally honest with you, I'd rather take some deficient than take a loss on my weight because I don't really like popcorn nugs, bro. I like nugs that I can actually trim with my hand. Popcorn nugs are kind of a waste of time. That's what a trimming machine is for. So that's why I guess I'm all about synthetic. I do like organics as far as like some of the applications, but I really don't like the organic nug size. Nobody really has time to sit there and trim like something that's the size of my pinky, you know?
The size of your what?
Have you run both under
The
the same
size of my
PPFD there, Sergeant Pepper? I mean, have you ran the same side by side to, say that it's one's better than the other? I mean,
well, I guess because I work with multiple.
I'd like to answer the question in organics myself is they're pretty much making everything available and the plant's taking what it needs. It's not necessarily being force fed. And I'd like to ask you is you're pushing in a regimen constantly. Are you judging your runoff to see exactly what your plant's taking in and out? To see if you're putting in too much or less?
I mean, I try to, but at the same time, I would rather take that than sitting there and keep my fingers crossed and waiting for
judge your organic what it's taking
because,
in and out. Side
because
PPF,
every single facility,
PPFD, not nutrients.
Right, but for me, because I like to push my plants, that means
Organics
I like to push.
Under the same PPFD, you're trying to tell me there's a difference.
I mean, considering the fact that I had to work
side by side, there's going to be a difference. That's what you're telling me.
What I'm telling you is that I work with multiple facilities that won't go up. What I'm telling you is I've worked with multiple facilities that have worked over 800 ppfd, and they can't keep enough nutrient regimen to go over it because the ppfd is too high. What the thing with organics is you can't push them to fucking 1500 ppfd. You can't even really push them past 1100 unless you have it really well amended. Now, maybe I haven't done it, but the people that I service and troubleshoot every single day all tell me the same thing. Man, I really have to go heavy with my amendments because these lights put out so much ppfd. I guess for me, I would rather put in 91 octane rather than, 87 and be like, well, it's organic. That's just my opinion. There's nothing wrong with it, but I like going 1100 ppfd plus.
I want to ask a question with that because it all boils down into those settings. If you're saying you're going to multiple facilities and checking things, it boils down to numbers, right? I live in the high desert, California. In the high desert, California, you know how they're doing from HPS to LED changeover by numbers, right? So I always ask for those guys that I'm not involved with, that I run into wherever they're at in those situations. What's the numbers? Most of them are back to, on a good cultivar, 3 to 3.5 pounds per 4x4 area. Are you getting that consistently?
I mean, me consistently, I'm getting 2.5, but at the same time, I don't sit there and waste 3 hours to mix it up.
Wait, stop. Just stop right there. You should go to my page and check that plant that I had on my last grow that was only 2.5 foot wide by 2.5 foot wide that produced 2 pounds a week.
how much of it was top grade A, and then how much of it was mid?
They're all buds like this. Every bud is 18 inches. It's only this big around by this tall.
How do they grow those big trees outside under such intense light pressure or light intensity under the sun in organics?
I'm using cob.
I mean, technically what you're saying, you know, it should be cloudy days. Otherwise, them plants can't survive outside in them organics because the PPFD is too great for them. They just can't perform out there. It just sounds silly, to be honest with you. You know,
organic.
I'm sorry.
It was 10-gallon. They were 10-gallon pots in M3 soil with nothing but water. And I never did any of the additives, the nutrients or anything on those. Once they went into the 10 gallons, they went out of transplant into that.
And how long did you veg them for?
Those I veg for 90 days.
So you spent 90 days just to veg your
90
plant,
days from
and
seed.
you pulled that much weight to do 90
on my
days.
second grow. Listen, on my second grow ever.
But you're getting defensive, bro. You don't got to say, listen, chill out, bro. Take it easy.
Second grow indoors, right? So second grow indoors, 2 pounds. I've already extrapolated the numbers. It doesn't matter if with the time length, I'm still at the same.
Okay, how many times have you done it consistently?
With the cultivar I got, I can do it every single time.
I mean, how many times have you done it with different cultivars though? With that exact same recipe you
I can go back to the cultivars before that were my very first grow and look at those plants, which I did make some mistakes on, and they were still.
How did you make mistakes though?
How did I make mistakes? Too much water. Too much water. Wrong pots in the wrong season in the desert with a room that was not well insulated enough.
Oh.
In a
so
camper,
I guess
in a camper
gotcha.
in the desert, first time ever. Had always been an outdoor farmer. Always thought when I came into the grow that I was going to have to grow like you're growing. But then I started calling some of these shows when I very first started growing in November of that 19. On those first seeds, I did research and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. And I was like, what? Soil inside, I always thought I had to do the other. And I was like, wow, okay, I see what they're doing. And then I went with the best light I could find. And I covered that whole area with cob lighting and give it water, give it plenty of fresh air and no extra, nothing added to it.
Have you ever pushed your cultivar on a VPD level? Have you ever pushed it to the point you were crop steering? And have you done that with organics?
Have I done what?
Have you ever done like any form of crop steering where you're actually pushing your plant to where you're changing the atmosphere, but not re-amending it, just leaving it with the amendments it has and actually changing the environmentals as well as increasing the PPFD, but leaving the amendments you have in the soil? Have you been able to successfully do that?
Yeah, I didn't. You mean not add anything else but just water?
I mean, yeah. I mean, other than just water, brother. Like, have you been able to go to 1300?
That's all I.
But did you go to 1300 PPFD though?
1300 PPFD. I wasn't
or anything higher.
I'm not measuring my PPFD. I had my.
So then, how can you?
Listen,
so if you can't measure your costs,
are you happy with your grow? Are you happy with your grow?
I'm more than happy because I know for a fact.
Then you don't have to argue that nothing more than that with anybody else, brother.
Facts.
I know, but the whole point about organics, and it's about organics, and everybody's dumping all this in it, and he's doing all this. And you said about the flushing, and you said you're not even in checking. And then now I see Eagle doing side by side, and I see him saying, I like this, but I like this too. And it's like once you start comparing the numbers and your time you spent in your life and doing all these things, it's a scale that I think is weighed. Even if you get to the weight I know I can get to, it's still weighed but to my side because I don't have to near anything.
Well, I mean, you're totally right. You can always achieve any weight you really want to if the cultivar has it in it. But at the same time, I guess my point is it's really hard to make your environmentals optimal to the point where you can really push them with organics, because the only way that I know to push a plant like fully to its potential is with synthetics. Organics, it's kind of like a crapshoot.
you're hoping that the recipe you put together is right. Where at least with hydroponics, you can increase the EC and actually get the plant to eat more and uptake more. Where with organics, you need a bricks fucking meter. You're gonna need as well as an EC meter. You're gonna go through a lot of struggles. I guess for me, for a simple everyday grower that doesn't want to get that complicated and just wants something that's super simple like EC, I like salt.
If you ever
There's
get
nothing
to
wrong
move
with
to a place outside and you can put a seed in the ground, if I could do what I did years ago and had to try to hide it, so you only did one or two of them in Maryland where I was at, allegedly, even though I got busted, so what the hell, allegedly. No way, dude. It's seed in the ground, plant goes up, everything, there's all other kinds of stuff around it, takes care of it. Seed comes up, you pick the females, get rid of the males. Man, your life is so easy because you're not we didn't check nothing, dude. I'm talking 2-pound plants. They were huge, but you never did anything to them. And it was good bud, 13 foot tall, and just made sure it had water all the time in good soil that had been there for years. And then the next year you would have moved to the next spot somewhere close to it, but not within like 10 feet. And then you'd move to the next one, and you'd move to the next one. And then about 10 years later, you'd probably hit that same spot again, but it had weeds growing on it and everything growing on it. And you do even less work, man. You wouldn't be care about some bugs in your thing because at the end you just shake the freaking buds that are this freaking big around. Just okay, now hang up. You wouldn't worry about it. So it's all relative, right? So you probably grow some good weed. I've had some good weed that comes out of that type. So I'm not totally putting it down, but I just think
I've had some good weed that comes out of organics too.
I waste a lot of time, certain things that can take a lot of your time. So if you can do the same thing, still enjoy it as much, put more time into the plan, I think it's a win-win. But that's like Eagle said, we each have our own style. So I'm not saying you're an idiot for doing it. I'm just thinking I can do just as well.
No, I agree with you. And you know what? Like going back to what Eagle said, he's right. There's a million ways to skin this cat. But for me, because I like to push a plant as far as like, I really like to push the PPFD. I really like to go with synthetics because what I found from every grower that I know that does organics, they can't really go over 1100 PPFD. Every time they do, they start having nutrient deficiencies. And the reason doesn't mean that I'm right. The reason I like to go such high PPFD is because I want to achieve ultimately weight as well as quality. But at the same time, you're never going to achieve weight at 800 PPFD. You're going to get quality bud and it'll be fantastic, but you're going to get nickel sized buds. And for me, because I really don't like to trim, I don't have time for nickel sized buds. So I like bigger buds. And if you really think about it, I don't know.
Honestly,
for me, like I don't
think
need
it's the
organic
organics.
bananas.
I think it's the way the light's being used.
I'm probably over 800 just about at any level you go. I got 7-foot ceilings full of cobs, so it's pretty brutal.
And there's no wrong way to do it.
Cobs producing. We're putting ozone off, man. The cobs are putting ozone and UV off. I mean, I know what ozone smells like, and it's not enough that you can smell it when you're using it. But if you put them in like I've said before, if you put them in a room, there's nothing in there, and you go away and come back, and go open the door, it'll be a sweet smell. That's ozone. So if you don't have it when you're using it, it's a really good thing. If you got too much of it, it'd be a really 2 plants in there, and I close that thing up with no ventilation. Yeah, a week you probably had. They'd
Cheers.
couldn't breathe. There'd be so much ozone, they'd be eating themselves. But no, it's a good thing. Same as fresh air from the outside. Does the CO2 inside produce fresh air? I mean, so are you pulling fresh air? You can up your grow right there.
Absolutely.
Not fresh air from the house. Fresh air is directly close to a window or whatever. Unless you're pulling it directly in. I wish I could pull it directly into the room. It's been a matter of learning what time of year I can do that. So once I got this room done, now I can say, I could probably put a vent down in that corner, and I can have like one of those AC infinity fans turn the other way and just put the probe outside, and I can have the probe outside and check when I want it to turn on, suck in air out of that, and then have it turn off in here at the same time, have it turn off on inside, or go to a different level.
I mean, for sure, especially utilizing outdoor air. I mean, anytime you're, especially when you're evacuating the CO2 during the dark cycle and putting some fresh air in there, that'll be ideal, at least for me anyways. But I don't know, to be honest with you, when I was in a tent, I really didn't think about fresh air. All that went through my mind was trying to keep the temperatures and the humidities in check, because it's never a sealed room. So for me, a sealed tent, I was just happy to get the parameters right.
I fixed that on my first grow by taking my exhaust and putting two 4x4s close together back in the corner, right? So if you had a 8 or 10 foot bedroom, you put them both to one side with the exhaust filter coming out the top, doing this, so it goes down closest to, like, since it says the tent on the right or one side, set it on the back, so it's sucked around to where you had to suck back the whole way around to the front, right? Then I had this one on this side, so it was sucking around the wall this way. That way I was getting some fresh air pool on that mixture, but I was also getting some of that moisture back and keeping it in the corner of the room, so it was forcing it to stay there, right? So I could force it to stay in that area. Plus, it was also going to get some fresh in the mixture, and then have a good fill. But then I found the best thing was on the tent is to push the air in and push the air out, cool air. I mean, the best thing on a tent is to have fans going in and out.
Right. That's why I never ran CO2, because honestly, you never got to utilize it. And that's why I just felt like I was wasting my money.
I would never suggest somebody get in. I mean, that's me. Maybe somebody else would. I would say in your house, why would you want a CO2? I mean, I don't.
Well, when you're not running the fans like you're saying, if you're not running the fans like you're saying, it's not a bad idea, especially if you have something like a Saturn 5 or a Saturn 6 that's designed to dump CO2 into the tent. But then once your fan kicks in, because it knows it's because of a heat issue, what automatically kicks off the CO2, then it kicks in the fan. And then once the fan kicks off, it starts dumping CO2 again once it achieves the right levels. I guess I'm just OCD like that. When I ran a tent, I used every controller I could because I want to get as much weight as possible. And that's just me.
I understand. I'm trying to get back outside, so I'm just inside playing and growing outside.
If your VDP's on point, I mean, wouldn't you be silly not to utilize CO2 at that point? You've got the stigmatas opened up as far as you can get them. I mean, you talk about maximizing weight. That would be the time you'd really want to punch things in the face to get that maximum yield. I mean, you're kind of contradicting a little bit, brother.
How do you figure? I haven't ran a tent in like almost 2 years. I barely started a tent not that long ago, and I'm not running CO2 because what I just said was I wouldn't run CO2 in a tent. I feel it's kind of a waste of time because it's not a real sealed room. It's a tent. It's got zippers with holes and stuff like that. So why would I sit there and put a CO2 tank that's going to be constantly leaking?
Impossible to run.
Right. So I guess for me, I don't even consider it a true VPD because it's in a tent. In a tent, you're gonna have so many variables. Where if you have a sealed room where you have a mini split, a dehumidifier, a humidifier, a controller that sees all the atmospheres, well, I mean, that's gonna be running a true VPD, right? I guess it's just my opinion, but I'm sorry.
It's in check. Is that your room or your tents? All your spaces, or just the one? I mean, it sounds like your room's in check, but I don't think you're necessarily matching the VDP for point per point.
I mean, you really won't know what your VPD is unless you're checking your leaf surface temperature and then also recalibrating all your instruments. That's the only way you're going to run a true VPD. And then if you want to run it right, you're actually going to adjust it as the crop goes through, at least from everyone that I know that's done like big rooms and stuff like that. I'm still learning, man. All that I know is that every time I run salts, I usually will outdo somebody that does organics when it comes to weight. And every person that I've met that does organics can't go higher than 800 ppfd because they don't have the right nutrition to go over 1,000 ppfd. Because to be honest with you, I know when you go outside, it might be a little different, but at the same time, every day outside is not going to be 1,100 ppfd. You're going to have some days that are different.
But what are you talking about for a total DLI? You're talking in ppfd. That's a snapshot. What are you talking about for total DLI?
I mean, I'm not talking about DLI right now. What I'm sitting here talking about is
Well,
your
I'm just
ultimate
asking how long a day
ppfd.
you're running basically with DLI. You're saying a ppfd and then it's the length.
It all depends on the cultivar, but at the same time, I guess because I like that I can have more control of the cultivar with the EC and the ppfd as well as the DLI, rather than just mixing up some soil and hoping that it was right.
I guess.
Just my opinion. I mean, you can have a great recipe just like you can have a great recipe in a res. The only difference is in a res is you have the ability to address an issue, where if it's in your soil, how long does it take before you amend it where it actually kicks in?
Well, I'll put it to you this way: if you live in Michigan and you're talking shit with Eagle, and you're out there listening to talk with shit with Eagle, and you don't think you can grow weed, and you're worried about what you can grow a plant, buy fucking Michigan 3 or learn the smart pot that fucking Smiley does. That's my opinion. Because you're right there. You got M3. That's what I'm growing in M3 in California. I got to ship it in. I would tell a new grower out there who wants to start growing.
I like recommending Detroit water only.
Okay, there you go. I don't know that one. Send me a bag.
Sergeant Pepper, I think DLI and fucking PPFD do have to go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
Because I think there comes a time where them plants, you're putting so much light on them for so much, and for such a long period of time. I don't think it's the plants that organics can't handle it. And it salts. I find the same fucking problems in cocoa, to be honest with you, under LAD, under the same circumstances. It's the intensity of the light. I think it just causes that high LAD PPFD causes intensity lockouts in the plant from so much light for so long. I think once you start throwing that much fucking light at them, you better be running a DLI of some type, because they're just getting too much for too long. It's causing lockouts in the plants, in cocoa or in organics, either way.
I mean, I won't disagree with the Eagle. I think the biggest reason you see more lockouts is because so many people run a low EC and don't have their regimen dialed in right. And the only reason I say that, I quote people like Dr. Bruce Bugbee, excuse me, that literally has said he's run cultivars to 1,500 ppfd, but he also said in the same sentence, make sure you have your EC and all your nutrients in full effect dialed. Otherwise, it's going to create issues. So I guess for me, I agree with you where like you can only use so much ppfd, but at the same time, if you look at also some of his other studies, he's sitting there saying that cannabis is like a rich plant that wants nothing but a lot of light. So it can take the light as long as you provide the right nutrition. Now, don't get me wrong. The reason you see so many people have issues in deficiencies is because they're running so much light and they're not running the right EC and the right nutrition program. So I guess my point is, what's the point of a high light if you don't have the right nutrition program? Because I know many times on the show we talked about,
you can have beautiful cannabis plants outdoors and fucking 6 hours of light. You know how? Because they sit under that super intense light, they suck up exactly what they need fucking during that 6 hours, and they just need a fucking candle to keep them in their photo period for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? That's all they need. They can be under a cloud for the rest of the day. They can be in the shade for the rest of the day. They can be fucking, all they need to know is that it's still light outside. I've seen fucking greenhouses on mountains run the same way. Getting that high intense light for a short amount of time, then they fucking, for the rest of the day, they're just using fucking regular light bulbs to keep the cycle going. during the later, September or later fall months of the year and spring parts of the year to keep beds going. I'm disagreeing with you all
I
around.
live up north.
That's all right. You don't have to agree with me. That's the beauty of this show is we don't have to agree. We can literally have our own opinion, run our own gardens, and it's okay. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean you're right. Doesn't mean anybody's fucking right. The only person that's right is the person in their own garden that uses what works for them. And what works for me is I'm a nerd. I like using gadgets and I like having control. Because to be brutally honest with you, since I've been married, the only thing I have control over is a fucking plant. Other than that, I have no control in my life. And I'm sure if you guys have been married, you understand.
I guess I would explain
Well,
it.
I'm sorry you have a leaky faucet.
If you got, I just drew this real quick, but on a graph there, if you have light intensity going up and time going across, it'll make a ramp like that for photosynthesis. And that line going right here would be a hypothetical line of what's considered light saturation. Now, everybody talks about, well, you need to increase CO2 when you increase light. The reason that is because the plant can then convert more carbon, which is photosynthesis.
Right.
Happening, it's taking that light and converting it into carbon. You basically are theoretically raising that point of light saturation, and that's all you're doing is if you look at photosynthesis like an assembly line, your slowest part of that assembly line is going to be your limiting factor for how quick those parts can get put together. It's similar to that in my mind.
Which is nutrition, because nutrition is what drives the plant. It's like the fuel in the tank. So I guess if you're running your red line all the time and you don't have the right octane in your tank, well then yeah, your engine's not going to be able to take it. But if you're actually running a rich octane and you actually have all your pistons and rods in place,
there it won't take it either. That's the whole point. You got to have it all, and a majority of the nutrients that you're talking about involved there are coming out of the atmosphere. So it's either water or air that you're talking about. So now you're talking about moving vapor and moving moisture more than you are nutrients that you're adding in your EC. So I don't know.
I mean, let me ask you a question.
I disagree with your thoughts on it somewhat. Maybe what your process is working, but maybe it's not working the way because of why you think it's working.
Hey, everybody's got their own process. I guess for me, I would like to know a process that I can actually control rather than being like, hey, I got this recipe. I mixed it. Something's wrong. I don't know what it is. I don't like knowing
you got a recipe and you mix it, and if you see something wrong, you figure out what it is.
But how long does it take a granular to break down versus a liquid nutrient?
I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Why does that matter?
Well, if you can, it matters because your plant doesn't have the time to fucking wait. That's what it means.
Ways. Like I'm soil testing, so I can actually understand better what I'm adding in and how it's releasing and all those questions that you're talking about. But I don't know. It seems kind of weird. I guess
I'm organic. He's living
soil.
I guess we got to separate here. He's organic living soil, a step above what he's trying to. They're bringing it outside, inside. I'm just organic.
But the theory of it all is your light is driving that whole system. That's like you're running the plant. That's like making Michael Phelps swim laps. What you're talking about with a higher PFD or making him swim more laps, yes, he's gonna need to consume more calories. That's just the period end of it, the way it goes. Say that you can never supply that from an organic soil, I think is a brazen statement, and I don't know that it's necessarily true, and you don't know that it's necessarily true. That's where I think you draw the line, is you make these statements that you don't necessarily know are true. And that's where.
But you don't either, to be honest with you, because when you mix
but I don't
soils,
make the statement.
Really know it's
I'm
true
saying I can try to make it.
Hey, Red.
It's not true, you know.
But keyword was try. Keyword was try. Where when I mix my res, it's not a try, it's a fact. That's the difference. When I mix my
Sergeant Pepper.
res, I know exactly what's going in there.
You hope
That's just my opinion.
you hope it's exactly what the plant needs. You're wishing just like anybody else.
So Sergeant Pepper, I got
I
a
can
question.
I can look a lot
I
better
got a
than you
question
can,
for you,
Kylie.
You
That's
know what
for
the
sure.
plant needs at that.
I can look a lot better than you. I can look at my runoff EC. I can look at the EC inside my soil medium content.
I
I can
agree.
also
You can
look in
at
my
a lot
res.
more things, and
But
you got a
you're
lot more
never going to be able to do that.
Don't
You're
mean you know
never
that.
going.
You don't know much about it
Hey,
at all.
Sergeant.
You don't know if that plant took up EC from fucking potassium or magnesium or sulfur. You don't know what fucking changed that EC. You just know it changed. So how do you know?
I mean-
You don't know. You just know that you measured it. That's all. It doesn't tell you nothing more. That's all my
There you
point.
go. What are you saying? You're getting 2.5.
I guess
Oh,
for
there you
me,
go.
because
EC
I guess
changed.
for-
You don't know what changed.
Well,
in it.
for
You don't
me-
know
yeah,
what
but I'm not
exact
vegging
nutrient
for
it took up.
30
Nah,
something
doesn't
weeks
measure
either.
well.
I'm not vegging for 30 weeks, man. So like when we
I
talk
think you
about
need to get
veg,
laid.
that really doesn't mean anything, bro. If I veg your plant for 42 weeks, if you don't pull 3 pounds
Sergeant,
off of
I think
42
you need
weeks,
to get
veg,
laid, man.
I think
I think you need to get laid.
I think we need. I think if we're standing up over our plants, worrying about them bulking up, screaming at them bulking up, we're basically in it for the wrong fucking reason. To be honest with you. You
Yep.
know, I know I'm not in it necessarily about every little fucking gram I can get out of my plant. I'm about I grow it because I love it. What I get out of it is what I get out of it. I try to make the quality is the best I can. The weight is really secondary to quality and the love of the plant. And that's always been my disappointment. At any time I've sat at a table or club, it's the same guy that's fucking worried about that fucking bulk up. They won't let me touch his jars or smell that shit because it's a fucking inconvenience. They just wanted the dollar and then they bounce. You know, I'm not in it to make my plants as bulky and heavy as I can because that's not what I'm here for. It's a medicine for me. It's not a fucking commodity, flat out. So that's the way I view it. And I'm sorry if that's not the way
That's
everybody
where I
else
grow
does
it.
it. But I do this because it's a medicine and not a commodity for me, Sergeant Pepper. I'm not standing over my plants going fucking bulk up. I gotta have every gram out of this. It ain't my, I'm not, it's a medicine. It's flat out, it's a medicine. It's
Somebody,
you know, it's when it's about the weight, I mean it's about a completely different methodology.
because I'm
It's a
never
dollar.
going to get the full
It's not
use out of the
medicine.
space, right? So I'm never going to get your full use out of the space like somebody who runs trellises and everything. Because I like seeing around my plant. I like air gaps around my plant. I like my plants going up more like this. If I got to move them further apart, I don't just need to see one canopy. You know, I actually want to see the plant so I can identify it. So then I'm already. So it's how it makes me comfortable. So it's like I wouldn't even feel if I was owning a business. If you had to force me into doing that, I'd be like, that's not my business. Sorry, not the business for me. I can't do it. If I can't have my trees out, so
Flat
I
out, it sounds like you're growing from your wallet, not your heart, Sergeant Pepper. And I'm sorry if that
I mean,
hurts or that sounds shitty, but that's the way
each
you make
his
it
own,
sound,
brother.
brother.
To each his own, brother. All I gotta
The
say is
nerve.
this: I like a good challenge, and you know what? Every quarterback isn't gonna run the fastest, but every quarterback runs a good 0 to 40. They can run a good pace, and I guess for me, I always like knowing that my garden can run a good pace. It's not that I don't grow from my heart. I guess for me, I like to push myself. There's nothing wrong with growing for the quality, and I grow for the quality as well. But for me, I like to push myself to be like, hey, this guy only got this much. You know what? I only have so many runs per year. How can I utilize these many runs per year to get the most medicine that I can? Because I'm in a place where I can't get that medicine all the time. So for me, I guess I just appreciate getting the most medicine I can because I only get it 4 times a year.
Well, then you
I
would
don't
dial
have 4
things
flower
back and
rooms.
you would run into a perpetual and you'd run it into a quality manner and an organics. because that's where the quality and flavor and your more better medicine comes from. Better oils, better terpenes, better everything, because it's medicine. You can do it in a perpetual harvest. You don't have to do it in one run done. I'm only going to get 2 flips a fucking year out of my room. It can be done in a perpetual way because it's medicine to you. And I've only need to provide myself this much for, a few months. I mean, come on, if you've got to harvest a whole room and flip, we're right back to square one. I don't think it's personal on that level. I'm a caregiver for 5 fucking people, and everything you said goes against the way I grow. And I do well. Everybody survives. Everybody gets their meds, and you know, I'm sorry, Sergeant Pepper.
I like
Don't be
that.
sorry, Eagle. There's nothing wrong with the difference of opinion. Don't be sorry. Like, honestly, the one thing I love about your show is that you don't discriminate. Everybody has the right to have their opinion, and there's a million ways to skin this cat. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying that I'm 100% like this is what I say is gospel. All I'm telling you is for me, I try to push as much weight as I can. I'd like pushing plants where someone says it can't go past 800 ppfd. When someone tells me that, I'm like, well, guess what? Let me give it a shot. I guess for me, I like putting a motorcycle to the point where it's redlining at 14,000 RPMs and I can fucking pop a wheelie without thinking twice. That's just the type of person that I am. If you want to stay in first gear, throughout your whole ride in your motorcycle, there's nothing wrong with that. My R1 did 100 miles an hour in first gear. That's an analogy. Don't take it so fucking critical. All I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with the way you do it. I just like going, hey, man, how can I push my harvest? How can I yield the most? What can I do to make my next run better? So for me, I've only seen like one grower grow organics and push out real fucking weight. That's just my opinion. That doesn't mean that I'm right or I'm wrong. It just means it's my opinion. I know organics are great, but the only thing that saddens me with organics is I've seen people pull out quality flour and then they can't make it past testing because of like different microbials. Or the same thing with metals, with salts. But I guess
that's funny because that's just the medical versus fucking recreational market right there. You can take that same organics, put that into a recreational market, and they don't have that stringency. That shit flies just fine. It's just when it's introduced as a medicine that they're having quorums, and I think it's just a misunderstanding. We're not there. They're fucking just knocking things off because they don't necessarily know yet, to be honest with you. But
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think a lot of us don't know everything yet. What we're all doing is every day learning as much as we can from this plant and taking it in. For me, my experience has been like, hey, you know what? I only have so many runs in per year. And my biggest downfall is that I like to upgrade every run and push myself every run. Somebody else might be like, hey, I want to get 5 runs in a year. And you can do that. But I guess for me, I'm just trying to push as much as I can and upgrade my room because I'm obsessed with gadgets. I'm not even going to lie. But at the same time, somebody could be obsessed with organics and making the recipe and get everything dialed in, and that works well for them. For me, my obsession
and I'm taking down a plant, 2-3 plants a month. And I got plenty of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of weed for myself, and it's all good.
Well, that's great, bro. I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you.
So I mean, I don't know where you're going with where you're going. That's where I'm trying to figure out.
He's running fast, man. He's running fast. He's running the race.
Yeah. I just don't understand why you're running so freaking hard. Why are you trying to hurt yourself? I'm here to enjoy.
Everybody has their opinion.
I love every minute.
Everybody has their right.
It just seems like
for me,
you're on a rocky road, and it's But for me, I like to hang out in my garden. That's what I like to do. For me, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, no, for sure. And there's nothing wrong with hanging out in your garden. And I like hanging out in my garden too. But at the same time, for me, I guess I'm just a person that I like running my EC. I like pushing things. I like running a red line. I'm not a person that stays in fifth or sixth gear and runs it at 3,000 RPM. I like seeing what 14,000 RPMs does on a
don't
motorcycle.
even get that parable.
You see,
I mean,
he'd be the son of a dairy farmer who would not want to be in the milking parlor, but you definitely want him in the field and the tractor.
Okay, I got it.
Once you learn
Yeah.
how to make sure you didn't beat the equipment up. So, yeah, I mean, everybody's different. He's just set differently. So it's so good.
you're right. Everybody's different, and there's nothing wrong with being different. Is my point. I guess for me, my point is, hey, I like
You
to
like
push my
running.
plants. I like running it as high RPM as I can, and that's just me.
Now we got that figured
Because
out.
I don't like staying in first and second gear. If you ever meet me in person, you'll know I had a Yamaha R1 for 8 years. I had literally 5 speeding tickets in 3 months. I like to go fast. I like power. There's nothing
Ricky
wrong
Bobby,
with that. That's just me.
we got you there. When you're sitting there saying that we can all run in our own ways, and we understand that, but you keep almost
Where are you trying to
insisting
go?
like that's the only way.
Yeah, it's like, where are you trying to
We
go with
respect
your?
that, you know. We respect that's how you like it, but we don't all have to like it like that. You know what I mean? It's cool.
No,
you
you're
know,
right. You're right.
We've heard
But I
that
guess
side of
for
the
me, it's
story,
just
but you don't have to argue it to us. You know what I mean?
It just
Just
doesn't
because
make sense.
we don't
Well,
all, we're
I
not
guess
all doing push-ups in the room, don't necessarily mean, you know, we have to sell it to everybody else. You know, they let us sit back in awe of the ass kicking you're doing over there and take bits and pieces. You know what I mean? You basically come on and was like, this is the way. And we all love our ways, you know, and we understand you love to push yourself. We love to watch you push yourself. We respect
but all
guys
of
like
you
you.
guys all
You
said
know,
that.
that's
All of
how
you
shit
guys
gets
said
done. That's how a lot of people figure shit out. Is
Some
people
of
that push
all of you
things
guys
ahead.
on here said that
But
that's not the right
90% of
way.
us that grow do it because we love it.
Some
You know
Well,
what I
there's
mean?
nothing wrong with
You
doing for
can't piss.
loving
You
it, but at
can't
this,
come in here pissing on us, telling us that it's wrong that we grow in organics or whatever
I never
lights we
said
use,
that. I
and we're
never
not getting
said
enough
that.
weight out of whatever bullshit.
That's the way it came down.
What I
That's the way
said,
it came
Eagle,
down.
if
That's the way it came
you really
Bullshit,
want
down.
me to
brother.
cut,
So, you know,
I,
we all love
I
what
think,
we do.
yeah,
You know, we
yeah.
admire people that are crushing it and doing a lot better, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's how we have to all do it. You know, we all do it
my question,
because we
and
love it and we take our
I
ways
the
up
agree
guy
with
does
because
100
you. But
miles.
anybody
the
that
way
says
we want to
anything
go.
against organics, do you guys like shut it down? Like anything against
No,
organics is a shutdown here. And I feel, I mean, it
no,
really is.
I'm in
Anytime I
salts,
mention it in the
brother.
past, it's been a shutdown.
I'm in salts, and they fucking I fucking joked, and I'm in no hurry to dive into organics. Do I have organics here? Yes. Love the idea. It's doing well. Everything's good about it, but I'm not sold. I'm not 100%. I'm open minded, but you know, there's no one way here. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say fucking salts have no place here or in anybody's gardens. We've been over that. We're not hating on you. Nobody came in here and was like, Sergeant Pepper's here. Fucking this salt motherfucker is gonna come in here talking salts and lights and shit. Nobody fucking talked that. We fucking were like, hey, Sergeant Pepper. And you were the one that was like, organics can suck a dick.
I
It
mean,
doesn't
that's
do
not the
well
way
on
I
your
said it.
large lights.
To me, it was
It's
like
fucking
this.
But that's the way
only
it came.
fucking,
Well,
That's the way
you
it
can
know,
I
came
say
yeah.
across, bro.
something though?
Your
That's it.
delivery
Bro,
sucks.
it's all good.
I mean, as bad as delivery as yours,
You're
about
good.
saying like, hey, do you want to like cry or whatever, like, or need a girlfriend? Like, I mean, to be brutally honest with you, your delivery wasn't much better.
Bro,
But
I was
all I
just
gotta
trying to
say,
slow you down. I was trying to put a speed bump in front of you, try to slow you down. Because for me, I like it slower around here. That's what I'm saying.
that's what she said.
You know what I'm saying?
My
Yeah.
question in the world that Steve,
I like to take it slow. I like to take that shit all night long. You know what I'm saying? That's how I like it for me. That's how I like it.
in a world that's
So,
sick from a lot of
There's
things.
you
not
know, I'm
wrong
just
with
trying to
it,
slow you
bro.
down a little bit, bro. I'm just trying to
That's
slow
fine.
you down, man. We're just trying to have a good time here. We're not trying to argue with you.
I'm not trying to argue with you guys either, but I would like to say a word and get it
Okay,
in.
that's cool. So for you,
All
how
right.
does it go?
I mean, you gonna let me get it in?
You know. Hell no, Johnny.
Because
Don't
I,
let
No,
him
at
I'm
this
not gonna
point,
let you
fight
at
get
it,
this
it
point,
in.
Johnny.
I'm gonna be
Fight
nice.
it.
I'm not
Fight
gonna
it,
bend
Johnny.
over for you. I'm not gonna bend
You
over
guys
for you,
on a,
homie.
on a fun note, man. Just to take this completely aside,
This is fun.
I have fucking missed you guys the last few nights, and it is fucking
Yeah.
feels really good to be back on the mic. To be honest with you. And then, you know, Sergeant Pepper, back to your comment earlier, one of the fucking fewest things we do 100% agree upon tonight, life is a crazy motherfucker, and we can't control that. Wherever it goes.
Yes,
That
sir.
is a fact.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
fucking,
That is
sir.
a fact.
you know, life has kind of thrown me a curveball the last few days, make me question some shit. And I'm glad it did, to be honest with you. Show was running long, was wearing on me, life was wearing on me. I had to almost fucking take myself to the bare limit to fucking fucking invigorate myself and see things that I need to do and things I want to do and be fucking very passionate about. And in this mess in the last few days, I'm here to tell you, I couldn't be any more excited or focused about year 2 of fucking talking shit with Eagle. I hope that all you guys have had a good break from me, because I honestly hope it's the only fucking break you get from me for the next fucking year. So,
Ahoy.
Right.
again, thanks to all of you guys that have fucking been patient the last few days, held up with the replays, the fucking awesome people that have been fucking helped me fill in the spot so we could hang out. But we're just getting started here. These fun chats, Sergeant Pepper, hopefully this doesn't change you coming around. I mean, we've had fun
No.
tonight, and I hope we have many fun nights like this. But this shit's just getting started, guys. You have my word on this, man. This thing has been one amazing thing. I have been so grateful to meet so many great fucking people this last year. This thing does fucking have a heart. Believe it or not, this thing has a huge heart. We've learned to care about each other's gardens, each other's lives behind the bullshit. And this thing isn't just me anymore. This fucking thing, this wormhole, fucking talking shit with Eagle has become its own entity. And it's gonna get bigger. And I thank everybody that has fucking joined in the fucking last year. And I fucking thank everybody that's gonna kick in this next year. Fucking let's buck up for year 2, guys. Thanks for fucking joining me this last year. I love each and every one of you guys. And thanks again. But this fucking argument for tonight, man, we gotta take this off, man. This wormhole is
Yeah, it's
about
done.
I
fun. This
agree.
is about
It's over.
tips.
Let's be
This
done with it.
isn't
Let's be done with it.
It's
Let's be done
over.
with it. Like, seriously, because
So,
like,
Sergeant
at the end
Pepper,
of
how
the
the fuck have you
so
been, man?
wait. At the end of the day, I gotta say this. Hold on, let me come in here, please. Let me say this. At the end of the day, let's pretend none of this conversation happened on the subject. Johnny Canacide, first of all, I want to say this. I love you, bro. I say hi to you every time I see you. Eagle,
I know, I do
miss
too.
you,
I
bro.
love you too. I think you're awesome,
Fucking
man.
and not only that, hey, Smiley, bro, You know I love talking shit to you, bro, because you talk shit to me right back. The thing I love about Smiley is he will never sit there and take anything. That motherfucker is a G. He will, if he believes in something, he will stand up for it, and he doesn't give a fuck who you are. Yep. All I gotta say is, guys, I miss you. But if you expected me to be different, fake, well, that's not Sergeant Pepper.
I was gonna say, Sarge, this was an argument for DMs, man, not for the live show. What are you doing, man? You're starting wars all over in chat. I don't know.
You know the truth, Smiley. At the end of the day, Smiley, at the end of the day, like, let's be honest here on live. At the end of the day, Smiley, you know I love you. At the end of the day, you, me are still gonna talk to each other. We're still gonna do stuff. I just got passionate for a minute. I'm sorry.
No,
there's nothing wrong with it happening.
You're a very passionate young man.
You just got to tell everybody.
Yeah, I am passionate.
You're only talking about like 10-15%.
And that's good.
That's it.
You guys only saw Sergeant Pepper at 80%. So Sergeant, you guys should see me when I'm mad.
So Sergeant, how is your job going?
Yeah.
All right. So like serious stuff, guys, like real life
new
stuff.
job.
I love my job.
1 second before you take off.
All right,
1 second for you. See,
You're
now I can feel.
Now
I feel like I can walk away from this panel. This is a wormhole right here. This is the atmosphere that this is supposed to be. Now I can fucking turn my back and go to work. Thank you, fellas, for turning the atmosphere.
Eagle, I'm going to tell you this real quick. I love you too, Eagle, but I got to say
listening.
This. I got to say this. No matter if I disagree with you to the death, you know I'm gonna still like smoke a joint with you. You know I'm gonna still like fuck with you. You know I'm gonna still. It's just me, Eagle. I'm Cuban. We're fucking difficult.
Honestly, Peppers, that's one thing I really enjoy is being able to argue back and forth somewhat about stuff like that, because it's true, you know, and it makes you think about different shit, different angles, different ways, and I mean, there's definitely
you've changed everything. You've changed my mind, Smiley. You've changed my mind with some shit where you were like, "Hey, Pepper, did you ever look at it this way?" And I'm like, "Fuck." I mean, I'm a salt guy, but I didn't think about it that way. And you've done that to me. You have done that to me. I'm the first motherfucker to admit that. I'll say that live in front of anybody. So, in my opinion, this is perfect to do this live, so you can see real people. Now, like, hey. This is the Instagram version of me. This is the real Pepper. Because if you prove me wrong, I will go, hey,
Pepper.
This is the St. Patty's Day Pepper.
Yeah. How is your job since you've gotten your job, man? How are you killing it? Are you showing them who the fucking guy is? Or what?
It's not even about killing it. You know what I really like about my job is I'm in like a different division. So like my immediate boss is Greg Shelby. He's the director of cultivation. He's the guy we had on the show for the interview. But for me, what I really like is I'll have guys that are just starting out like an LED, and I give them tech support. And they're like, hey, man, I don't know what's going on. I'm just starting with LED. And I don't care if you're on organics or salts. Most people, when they start off with a light coming from HPS, they're like, crank it up. And I'm like, dude, why are you cranking it up? And I know you guys are going to say, Pepper, you're being contradictional right now, but just hear me out. Just hear me out. During veg, I never go hard on the PPFD. You go slow. And I'll see guys with these beautiful strains that have all this like exotics. And they're like, man, why are these all purple? And I'm like, well, why the fuck do you have the light at 100%, man? It's veg. Like in veg, like that's your most forgiving time. That's when like DLI counts more than ever. So you can excel your vegetative state. So when you're ready to flip the flower, you're at like you're literally in fucking competitive mode. You know what I mean? Like you're ready, your nutrition's right, your irrigation's dialed, like that's good. But in veg, are you fucking crazy, bro? Turn that shit down. I really don't think you need anything over 450 to 500 ppfd. And I love helping people when they go, hey, I'm doing this and this wrong. And I give them some advice and I call them back and check on them like, hey, how's that going? And they're like, bro, all the purple's gone. When I hear that, that's like music to my soul, because every HPS grower I know just goes 1,000 watt, 1,000 watt. And hey, I sound like one. I know I do. But there's a time and a place for everything. And in veg, are you fucking crazy, bro? Veg is the time you should be like literally be gentle, because that's going to set the tempo and the pace for the marathon you're about to run. That's where I'm super like, hey man, don't push them. That's where
So have you gotten a raise?
my flag. I mean, I haven't gotten a raise, but I'll tell you this. I mean, I got a free light.
There you go. That's good.
That's a raise
That's
to me.
good.
I will say one thing.
Hell yeah, that's a
Sergeant.
fucking bonus.
Sergeant, I will say one thing. I was just in a friend of mine's room the other day or week or so ago, and he runs cocoa, and I don't even know what nutrient, but I know I seen the Power SI, and I'm smiling because I always poke at the Power SI. But I will say, man, he had some of the elite cuts in there and all that, so he had the right genetics and all that, but
right.
holy shit, dude, absolutely blew my mind. Blew my mind. They were gorgeous. So I mean, yeah, definitely. It's definitely a hard bar to meet, man. It is, as far as like production room goes and like throwing out weight and all that. It's a hard bar to beat. But that being said, I like a challenge, just like you said. I like a challenge. So as far as getting the recipe and from the get, I think it's more on that side than the organics is challenging. You're right. But
Smiley, I asked you for your recipe, bro. So let's put it all out on the live right here.
I put my recipe I gave you a YouTube video of it.
I know, but what I'm trying to tell you is this. I ain't talking shit on it. All I'm telling you is everybody's got a recipe, bro. Everybody. My thing is, well, of course I'm gonna take your recipe. You've been doing it forever, bro. Look, I love to talk shit. Anybody that knows me knows I love to talk shit. But at the same time, I'm okay with taking constructive criticism. You could be like, hey, Sarge, it was garbage, right? And I'm like, really? Was it? My bad. And most people be like, no, you're a liar. And I'm like, no, the only time I go off is if it's something I'm 1000% I'm certain on. And that's like, if it's a gadget. If it's a gadget and I know the specs, I'm going to fucking fight to the end of the day. But if it's just like he said, she said, well, I'll shut the fuck up, because you know what? I'm not sure if I'm right. That's Mother Nature is the only motherfucker that knows they're right.
So what can you spit out the DLIs you're shooting for then or not? Because that's actually kind of on my plate right now. I'm trying to.
For me right now, when I'm going in flower, my DLI I'm trying to achieve is like 45 to 42, depending on like if I'm doing a cryptochrome and phytochrome. Also, at the same time, I take into consideration if I'm running the 12 and 12, but I'm doing the sunrise sunset.
Speak English, man. If he's running the blue and the red, cryptochrome.
All right.
Chrome.
All right, my bad, G. My bad. See, that's why I love you, Smiley. Put me in my fucking place right now. Tell me. But basically, check it out, guys. So when you run cryptochrome, the translation of that is when you run blues in the morning. And the main reason being is when your sun rises, everybody has morning dew. There's a little bit of chill air, right? That's how Mother Nature is. So in like the most chill terms, because even I don't know them that well, there's this thing called cryptochrome. And cryptochrome is basically your blues. Your blues are going to represent the cold, chill air as well as the sunlight waves that it's putting out, because you got, clouds, you got, I don't give a fuck where you are, bro. In the morning, everybody's got dew on their car. There's different parameters in the morning. So what this does when you run a cryptochrome recipe, it's basically a Xerox copy of the morning when a plant wakes up. So what does that do? It speeds up the process of waking the motherfucker up. I know this isn't technical. If my boss heard me, he'd tell me, Eric, are you serious? But anyways, cryptochrome is your blues in the morning. At the end of the day, when your sun sets, what you're going to want are your phytochromes. Your phytochromes is going to be your 730. Anybody that runs over 10 minutes, I challenge them to ask them how many benefits are you getting over 10 minutes of running a 730 nanometer red past 10 minutes. Honestly, most plants only need 5 to 8 minutes. 10 being absolute max of running a 730 nanometer channel red
Is there a
just to
problem
put them
running
to
it
sleep.
longer? Is there a problem running it longer or what?
I mean, it's just picture this. Picture if your normal sunset, let's say use easy numbers. I'm just going to make it in this perspective because I'm not a technical guy, even though I know I sound like it sometimes. Is your sunset 2 hours? Is your sunset 8 hours? When you start changing parameters and pushing it too much, that's where you get foxtailing, like I get because I push my nutrients too hard. When you push too much PPFD and your cultivar can't take it, you get foxtailing. That's me, by the way. I'm going to tell myself 100% when I'm talking on this show. It all depends on what you do. So the safe bet, what I'm telling everybody on the show, don't run it past 10 minutes, man. Like you're really not going to see a big benefit past 10 minutes. Some people run at 15, but everybody that I know that I've spoken to, because right now there's no data. There's no science, like there's no studies out there that says, hey, if you run this 20-minute 730 nanometer red, you're guaranteed to shave 5 days. No, right now it's all about the he said, she said, right? So every person I've spoken to and the data that I've seen, they've all told me the same thing. Bro, don't waste your time past 10 minutes. Now, I'm excited to get a fixture that can actually do that. I don't have one yet. So my opinion means absolutely dick.
Yeah, we were talking about DLI too, by the way. That was the original question. I'm just saying.
Well, DLI.
I want to let Modern say hi a minute, man. What's up?
What's up, guys?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
No, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, but DLI, it all depends on like what time of the year you are, you know, like, so check it out. A plant in spring isn't going to get the same sunlight that it gets during the middle of summer.
That's all I asked is what do yours get?
I play a safe bet, bro. It's all synthetic at the end of the day. I run 11, 13, and then on the last 10 to 14 days when I'm flushing, I change my light cycle and slowly start taking it off. But at the same time, my 11-13 is not a real. My 11-13 is not a real 11-13 because the first 30 minutes of it on and the first 30 minutes of it off are all sunrise sunset. So it's not the true PPFD that everybody's expecting. So that's why my DLI is going to be a little bit different. Everybody's going to change it the way they do it. For me, I run 11-13, but I technically run 12-12 because you can't compare that PPFD on the sunrise and the sunset and the cryptochrome and the phytochrome to like even incorporate it to like a full like DLI recipe because you're creating variables. It's slowly dimming up and down. So at the end of the day, all you have to do is have an average.
Yeah, you average it and then you do it.
Average it, yeah. Well, for me, it's 11-13 because I'll be real with you. I only shave it at the end, bro. And I do that because I'm trying to add more frost. I'm not lying to you. I'm just telling you. I don't know. I'm not bullshitting you. I don't know the whole thing. I just know the last 10 to 14 days, I shaved that shit.
You start flower with a DLI of around 42 to 45. Is that, do you go up from there? Or are you hitting 60 or are you?
No, I'm not pushing it that hard. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm pushing so much PPFD in the short time period that I don't need to run it that long. Because if I ran that high of a PPFD and ran it that long, well, then my DLI is going to be like kind of oversaturated, right? So for me, I'm trying to run optimal PPFD within a certain time frame. That's what not everybody tells you.
And not PPFD.
I did this. I did the same thing. That's exactly how I was.
You're gonna have people out there
run harder during the day, and ease it up, and ease it off. And you get the same DLI as somebody else, but I can push it harder during the day than other persons could. You couldn't push it like that all day.
Right, and that was my point of making with the DLI. There is like I didn't want people to run out and try to hit 1500 PPFD, like because that's what Sargent said he does, and they want to be cool and they run.
Well, I mean, I don't.
He runs and they're
going to
run all day.
You know.
Well, you can't run a PPFD like that unless like you're a commercial facility. So I want to say that, and what I mean by that is, bro, You got like an Andon or a Quest dehumidifier. You got like the top of the line fucking Fujitsu or Mitsubishi Mini Split. You got Schaefer fans on the side. Like you got to be like a top dog.
That was my point with the graph. You can't have any little thing off, any of it. All of it matters too, though. The environment, every bit of it does.
No, you're right. You're right, but I'm trying to do that shit.
Drag car, man.
Smiley, I want turbo. I want turbo. I want turbo. I want supercharged. I know, like my pistons and rods are gonna melt. They're gonna fuck up. I know it, but I want to do it anyway, Smiley. I just want to. Fuck it. I'm difficult.
No, you're challenging yourself. That's nothing wrong with that. You should challenge.
And there's not anything wrong with that either. It's not. I mean, honestly, that's my goal too. At the end of the day, like I want quality, and I am. I keep track of yields. I'm trying to get better every time. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not a wrong goal. I think it's a worthy goal because it provides more medicine each run, and it's better utilized in the square footage. But you know, I guess it's kind of like to at what end, you know what I mean? So,
but going with you just said,
you're not going to buy that next big block because you want to go an extra second faster. It doesn't make sense, right? Like,
right? No, you're right. But I just want to say this really quick for everybody out there listening. Everybody sits there and goes, "Oh, I put out 2.5 pounds per light, or I put out 3 pounds per light." All the people that are saying this, you also have to ask them. Is it a 4x4 or is it a 5x5? Because the square footage at the end of the day, the most fair, like if you really want to be like, hey, I want to swing my dick out there, it's how much grams per watt you're pulling out, average square foot per year. That's if you're swinging your dick. If you're just a home grower, man, and you really just want to push yourself, grams per watt, bro, that's all you need. Like, how do you feel about it? Do I feel like, fuck, bro? I feel like I did a good run this run. You don't have to have a fucking 4x12. You can have a fucking 3x3, bro, and crush that shit. I'm not trying to be a dick. All I'm saying is I like pushing myself to be like, yo, this is what the actual like line of like, hey, this was a good yield. How can I improve on that?
It depends on how long you veg it out. I mean, if you veg it long veg, you're gonna get more per light.
Right.
If you short veg, you're not gonna get it. I mean, that's just people got to take that into consideration.
Yeah, no, correct.
The longer you veg, the bigger your plant's gonna be. Flower.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be real with you. My last couple fucking runs, I fucked up and over vegged. With the last run, I was out of town, and the time before that, I was like, eh.
Did it take over your tent?
About it yet. Did
it take over the tent or what? Yeah.
Well, I have a room, so it didn't take over the tent. It just took over like my can. And I'm not trying to be an asshole when I say it. All I'm saying is like it took over like if I didn't have the ceilings that I was blessed with, oh yeah, bro, I would have had serious fucking issues. I was lucky that I have 10-foot ceilings. Like I'm not.
Oh man, now you're being a dick. You got 10-foot ceilings.
Yeah, I mean, I built this. Hey, well, this is where I'm going to be a dick. Are you ready? I built this room with me own two hands, O'Reilly. I built this room with me own two hands, O'Reilly.
He can swing a hammer.
That's me being a dick.
I love this. I would have had 4 pounds of money.
But like, it's just nice when you know, like, if you have wiggle room to fuck up, like, almost like if you were learning how to drift the car, right? And you're like, hey,
you guys
I want
right now.
I'm sorry.
You are not enjoying enough green on the St. Patrick's Day. This is
that's what I'm talking about. I've been smoking out this whole time.
Dude,
I got green. I got green in my shirt right here. I got green on there. Look, see, I got green.
It's a holiday for crying.
It's a holiday, man. We should be partying.
It's a green
like
holiday. It's a green holiday at that.
Green holiday. Everybody pick up your pieces and smoke.
Jeez.
I'll tell you. I don't know about you guys.
Here we go.
I'm going to tell myself.
Cheers.
Tell me you guys don't harvest and you pull your flower a little early and taste it.
No.
We were late on the 420.
You don't taste it a little early?
Oh,
I do, bro.
dude.
I'm impatient like a motherfucker, if you can't tell.
I haven't got that. I haven't got that from you, man.
Come on,
I have
bro.
not
Like, at
got
least
that
I'm
part
honest
from
with
you.
you. Like, I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. I won't lie to
Hey,
you.
man, let's
like,
smoke.
At least you know where you fucking lie with me.
So what the fuck are you smoking on over there? I mean, Jesus, you've argued the fact that you've got to grow a ton of it. What the fuck are you smoking on over there?
Right now, I'm smoking on Mel's Punch, which was I was blessed to get the cut from a really good friend. His name's BGWG420. He was once interviewed on this show, and
Yeah, awesome, dude.
yeah, bro, that dude's fucking
Awesome, dude.
badass, bro. That guy just gets
Awesome,
it done. But
Wait a minute. If I remember correctly, doesn't BG grow in organics? Isn't it BG?
no, he doesn't. No,
Organic,
BG's
bro?
Floraflex to the rim, bro. Floraflex to the end, bro.
All
Cinnamon
right. Hey, you
organics, I
know he
thought, too.
grows in say big old cocoa pots, then, huh?
You know what
He grows
I
in
think
some nice
if
sized
I'm not
pots.
he does do good sized pots. You're not wrong.
Yeah, he does do
You're not wrong
spots,
at
I
all.
think, too.
He does those Floraflex, so bro. Like, I don't know. I guess for me, BG, like no lie, like if you guys don't know who BGWG420 is, I have mad love and respect for BG because this guy just has this eye for picking a good fucking cut. And God bless his soul because he shares it with like a lot of people that I know. And all I gotta say is
He's
the
awesome.
he's fucking awesome, bro. I don't know somebody who doesn't get along with him. He's the
He's
nicest
offered to
guy.
help me out.
He,
Yes, he is.
he helps people. He doesn't ask for anything in return. Now don't go sit there and blow him up, everybody. But all I'm saying is he's a fucking badass guy. Don't go blow him up because then he's gonna get mad at me like, hey Pepper, what the fuck?
What's his
bro?
IG again?
His
Yeah,
IG is
no,
kiss
don't need
my
to know
ass at. No,
that.
but
Oh,
honestly,
you want
he's people like him, bro. Like no lie, makes me like every time when someone asks me for advice in my DMs, I will ask all kinds of what their parameters are first, because I feel like the biggest downfall everybody does is they just throw off their recipe, and like what works for me is not gonna work for you. So I need to ask like, what's your ceiling height? What's your humidity run like? Well, how does this roll? Like, there's gonna be different parameters, and like the thing about that guy, bro, is he'll just tell you what he runs, and when he tells you, he doesn't tell you like, hey, this is what you run. He tells like, hey, this is what works for me, bro. I wish there was more growers like that. I need to adopt that vocabulary.
Yeah,
Hey, this is what works for me. This is what works for me. Like hey, bro, at least you know I fucking tell on myself, bro. Like, you know, I'm not a fucking fake motherfucker.
We'll hold you accountable.
I got thick skin. I don't care. It's funny.
I'm smoking on some golden goats.
No, BG's
What
fucking
what
this
used to
shit.
be a pepper.
What's that?
That one used to be in your garden there, didn't it? The golden goal?
No, I didn't get
No.
blessed that. No, I've had some things run through there, but like you're not wrong.
Oh,
man.
it
I'll
was
tell you right now,
Haas.
Eagle.
That's right. That's the one I was thinking
There
about.
was a hog.
That's Haas.
Hey, Eagle, though, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I want to tell you something. You're not wrong. Where like I should have had more runs in my room than I have. I just want to tell you that my problem is I'm obsessed with like always trying to updo something, and I know that that's my downfall, and I need to work on it. Dude, I'm being honest with you guys. Like, and I know this is a DM thing, but I'm just being real with you guys. Like, hey, man,
How we all
I
learn.
don't know. Yeah, and like, you know, I'll have a good run and then I'll have a bad run. At the same time, I'm obsessed, man. And if anybody that knows me, like as a personal friend, knows, yo, Pepper's got issues.
Oh,
We
dude.
haven't noticed.
I'll
I
just
think
keep
we're
it
all a bunch of
honest.
misfits in this crew here. You
Yeah,
know,
but at least you know.
Difficult
At
either
least,
way, man. And any way you're doing it, I think it's difficult, and you can hit it out of the park. You know what I'm saying, with a killer hydro. You know what I mean, and you can hit it out of the park with a killer organic. I think either way, it's there's a lot to it. It's not just getting floor flex and you're the fucking man, right? Like it's not like
No,
that either.
for
you
sure.
know
No,
what I
For
mean?
sure.
no, it's not.
And it's
So
not
check it
like
out.
that in organic either. It's not just mix coots mix and you're the fucking man either. You know what I mean?
Nope.
It's
Nope.
So
there's
I'm gonna give
so
you guys
much
a little
to it.
inside scoop on me real quick. So check it out. You know why I always make those little funny jokes about hand watering? Because to be honest with you, every run I've ever done that I hand watered was a terrible fucking run. So
Tough.
I'm telling on myself right now, I am not a good grower when it comes to hand watering. So that's why I'm like, fuck hand watering, bro. I don't like hand watering. It's not good for me. So I keep it real. It doesn't work for me, but I sometimes say it like a dick, and I'm like,
I love it.
fuck hand watering. Yeah, bro. I say it like that. You know why? Because if I got a little shit on my phone, I'm like, bitch, I can't forget. It's on my phone.
Hand watering's tough, man. I give it a lot of guys credit that are hand watering, and especially like bigger scale operations too, where they're going through and hand water, and that's tough to be
That's
consistent
dedication.
with. And yeah, it's
yeah.
really dedication. It's a
Well,
lot of time, and it's a lot of
That's tough.
that's why I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
bigger
that's-
pots. Bigger pots, you don't have to. You
But
got a buffer
there
time.
is some control, and you get to look at the plan or whatever too. So there's some things that go along with it, I think. But yeah, I mean, it's
I get to individually look at each one of the plants, see what's going on with it as I'm watering it. Because
yeah,
I take my time when I water.
you should too.
I tell them little bedtime stories or wake up stories, depending on the time of the day it is.
Shit, I want to get done as fast as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? You sound like you speak my lingo.
That's
bro.
way
Like,
too
I feel
modern
like
for me.
Get done,
you sound
get
like
done.
you speak my lingo. For me, I love automation, and the main reason being is I feel like consistency is key. And if you can replicate something and get it to a point where you get it the same every time, well, fuck, bro, that's pretty golden right there. And that's why I'm obsessed with control, because I want to be able to make it the same every time. Like, I don't want it to change. Like, I want when you're like, hey, man, that was just as good as last time. The only way I'd want it to change if you said, hey, it got better. Other than that, like, I want to be able to replicate it and like make it consistent, because there's nothing worse than when you have like all this like, oh man, I've been craving this all day, and then you go take a bite out of it and you're like, man, that shit wasn't as good as I remember last time. You know what I mean? So that's for my thing is I just want it to be the same.
Yeah, everybody's different. I want it to be. I want to employ people, and I don't want to automate.
That's good. I like that. Because
I'm
everything's
just
going to
not
go
against
automation.
it. Not against it. It's just what I want.
Yeah.
So we all want something different, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like there's somebody I want to throw a shout out to that's never been on the show, but I gotta get this guy's awesome. I think if you guys ever go on IG and see a guy by the name of Grow More Stress Less, he's like the most positive dude. And like he always busts out like shit and like in different media. This is what I love about this guy. He'll do shit in like a deep water culture tent, and then have another tent where he does like drain the waste with like cocoa. And like no matter what he's doing, he throws all his love into it, and he just tells you all about it. That dude, I fucking love it because he just literally just does different shit and doesn't give a fuck. Where I don't have that I guess I'm not as brave as that to be like, I've tried different ways to do things, but there's some things where I'm like, no, bro, I'm not. That's gonna cost too much money for me to do it, this and that, and then this and that, where if I keep everything the same, it'll be all the same. But he just does it because he's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I want to try this. And like, dude, that guy's awesome, bro. Like, it doesn't matter what media is in, he crushes. If you guys give him a chance, look him up. Grow More Stress Less. That guy is like the perfect hybrid of like the organic people that are like, hey, Sergeant, chill the fuck out. So like, hey, Sergeant, fucking, you got all your shit dialed. to like, you know what I mean? This guy he has this perfect balance. And he's
That's like
fucking
you got a buzz, dude. You cracking
no,
me up.
I'm not bullshitting you. I swear to God, go check him
I
out,
know,
bro.
but you just got a buzz and you're cracking me up.
I'm sorry, man. I just thought this guy was
Don't be
good.
sorry.
You're
It's
not wrong.
funny. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, like I don't know, bro. I never seen somebody go in
Cheers.
different medias and crush it no matter what they do.
Happy Patty's Day.
Hold me up another back about 3
Apparently
gram
you've been-
joint here.
Apparently, you've been watching my channel then, Sergeant.
He's been killing it. You know, Smiley's
I'm
channel. He's
fucking
been
around.
killing
I'm
it.
just fucking kidding with him.
Smiley's killing it over there.
That's not perfect either, though. By no means.
Nothing is perfect.
He looks like he's power SI though with all the flower sites you have, bro.
Yeah, it might be. They make it granular. You never know. Some secrets there.
Told that somebody the other day, I said, man, you gotta check out Smiley's channel, man. He's killing it.
Smiley's always putting out good knowledge though. Smiley's always putting out good knowledge. He like just tells you like his version of it, and he's very diplomatic. He's not an asshole like me.
I'm not an asshole, dude.
No, Smiley's diplomatic. I come across
Smiley. He's a cantankerous old fart.
I mean, he said it.
Smiley is.
Just fuck it.
I'm not mad, Smiley. You know
Smiley,
that, bro.
Smiley. Yeah, you're a cantankerous old fart, man.
Bro,
You're a grandpa.
you don't have feelings when you fucking Satan, bro. All the salts, come on, bro. And salt growing, we don't have feelings, bro.
No, it's mine. Crack that fucking whip.
The problem I don't like about salt is you gotta chase that motherfucker. Yeah, you get dialed the way you want or whatever, but you seem like you gotta chase it. Different carnivals, you know, different strains. They just want different things. And personally, I like putting what I need in the soil, and they take what they want. Makes it easier for me.
That'd be the most simple thing to do, man. To be honest with you, I ask myself that question all the time. It's just like, why don't I just go to soil? Because I could just set something up and then just set up an automated watering system and I'm done. That'd be the simplest thing to do.
Yeah, they got some really good systems going around right now for automation. I'm seeing a lot of different ones that are really pulling their weight.
Sergeant Pepper, I guarantee if you set that system up and you crush it, Smiley won't make you go back and watch this episode.
You know what, Eagle? I feel like I'm one of the few people out there that I could be like, hey, Sarge, remember when you said that shit? You eating your words now? And I'd be like, you know what? I'll eat them gladly. I don't care, bro, because I'd rather you prove me wrong. I don't want to be right.
You would be proving yourself wrong here, Sergeant Pepper. You'd be proving yourself wrong. That's all I'm saying. You know,
it's cool.
I say all the time.
I'm okay with it because it's a journey. Yeah. It's a journey.
I say it all the time. If we all did the same
all
thing,
in
we all
all,
get the same results.
Basically, what I heard tonight is you love a challenge.
Me too.
You don't think it can be done. It sounded like an organic challenge is what it sounded like, Sergeant Pepper.
It sounded like
it sounded
Smiley,
like you are challenging organics into your room to see.
Am I making a yard of soil for Sergeant?
What
are we doing?
That's what it sounds like. We gotta box him
That's
up.
what it fucking just sounded like. Jesus.
Box him up, Smiley.
Oh, he's backstepping now. Listen to this backstep.
It costs him too much.
You guys ready? You guys ready?
Ready.
You guys ready? So this is Smiley's heard me say this. He already knows. But I want to do the sips, and I want everything with the fucking moisture meter, and dial. Because come on, bro, it wouldn't be Sarge if there wasn't some sort of fucking tech.
Gotta
bro.
be digital too. It's gotta have digital
Fuck
numbers.
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck
none of
yeah,
this
bro.
analog
You
shit.
can
right?
do whatever
Yeah.
you
No
want
way.
to your organics.
But I can't. I can't just do soil. It's got to be sips. It's got to be something where I'm automating. You already fucking know I'm crazy like that.
You can take it totally fucking midnight roots and hook up sensors to it and play its own music back to itself. I don't know how much more tech it could get than that.
I don't know. I just love that shit, bro. I love getting all the techie shit. I want to see like what can I do with
And
this shit?
not only that,
That is
you can
cool.
set it up with some kind of a frequency that's going on with it too, and put some crystals.
By the way, I honestly think that could be fucking that shit Midnight Roots is doing over there with the fucking figuring out what that plant's saying and shit. I really believe
Totally.
if you figured out what that plant was saying like that and mimic it back to it, I think that plant would go fucking nuts. Maybe it might not even be in a good way. It might just make it go like crazy nuts. It might just make it grow weird or some shit. But you never know.
Make it
It
go
might just
insane
make
or
it
something.
explode. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's something to what he's doing there for sure.
I like that.
Eagle,
shit.
do you
I thought
still
that
have
was
those
really,
those plants going side by
very
side
interesting.
still?
Taking them down.
You're taking them down now. How'd they do? Who
They did
won?
well. Do we? And the fucking okay. There you go, Sergeant Pepper. The fucking organics won against the cocoa side by side.
I want to. Hey,
Dang
you
it.
know I'm a stats guy. This is what it comes down to. I like sports.
It wasn't
right?
even a comparison.
Numbers.
I mean,
Numbers.
if you went weight for weight, well, I don't even think it's going to be a comparison. You know what I mean? Fucking, the cocoa did well, but the organics flat out did a hell of a lot better side by side.
No
With
way,
probably
man.
less work. With probably
I
less
gotta-
work, right?
Yeah.
I got to give it to Sergeant, man. He has put on the best PowerPoint I've ever seen on this show.
He has. It's true.
He
I
has,
mean,
man.
you guys
And I
know I
look,
do the
another
tech
I look
shit.
forward
I'm
to the
tech
next
guy.
one.
Right? We are due.
I know you are, man. Yeah.
I'm a tech
When are
guy.
you gonna? Are they got a new light coming out or something? You gonna do another one for us?
I
right?
can't.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I can't talk about that right now. But all I gotta know, all I gotta say is this: keep your eyes open. Keep
Did
your
you hear
eyes
that,
open.
everybody? We got an inside scoop right here tonight.
Oh,
I
you're
can't say
gonna
anything.
have to tell me, buddy, here pretty soon.
DM
My lights aren't
me,
on
buddy.
yet.
All I hear when they say new model coming out is that the old model is 50% off. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah, which is not a bad idea,
Fuck, give me some too, bro. Jesus Christ, it is 50%
I'll
off.
take the old model.
I'm all
And
about
what's the
last year's
Sergeant
model
Pepper
for
code
sure.
that we can put down? What's the Sergeant Pepper code to get that discount?
Oh, you got to DM them.
I mean, if you want to get a code, hit me a DM. I'm happy to help you because it all depends on what fixture you want. That's the only reason why.
Back.
There you go.
You hear that?
Yeah,
chat?
but I'm happy to throw one out there. You can all
That's
hear
right.
that out. Please hit me
That's
up.
right.
Happy to help.
Yeah.
Nobody
Sergeant,
hooking
good
me
man.
up, so I don't need it.
Nice. That's cool. So
But
when
I'm
it
not
does
gonna
come
lie,
out,
like I know
when it comes out, you're going to come here and give us a show, right? A show and tell of it, or
I mean, if you guys want, I mean, I'm sure you will be
Yeah.
cool with it, but if you guys want me to bust out, like once I get the new fixture, I will, but I'll be real with you. I gotta get in line for a new fixture, man. We've been pushing the new Kush 2.0 since early to mid-January. And it's right now we're on a 5 to 7 week lead time.
wow,
And
that's good.
It's not bad, but I mean, customers come first before me. You know what I mean?
Well, exactly. I totally
So-
understand that. Yes.
Yeah. And not
But,
only that, to be real with you,
yeah.
my classics are doing just fine.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Just
Those
want
are
to
good
give a
lights.
quick
Anyways.
shout out to my buddy Rascal Farmer there, who wanted me to fucking give a shout out to. He's doing a big old giveaway on his page. Several, for his store, and I believe he's giving out like some cuvee seeds, something like that.
Ooh.
He asked me if I would repost it for the weed nerds, and I forgot. I was busy today and I haven't reposted it, but I have not forgot about you, Rascal. So if you guys are interested in winning some good shit and supporting a fellow weed nerd and all that good shit, please go over to Rascal's page and enter the contest he has going. Free is free. It doesn't hurt to enter a contest, and just say hello to a friend.
You're gonna put that on the what is it again?
Rascal Farmer on his page. He's doing multiple giveaways. Go over to his IG page, and he's giving away cuvee seeds and another giveaway for the store. So
that's pretty cool.
Check that out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He wanted to involve as many of the weed nerds as possible. We like giving away seeds and all that. Why not make it known? Why not make it known where you can find some free seeds? So,
right.
Just helping out a friend. That's for sure. Nothing wrong with that. I will repost on my page too at some point. Boy, you guys got awful quiet. Cheers.
I just finished this
we said
Cheers.
Moment.
Cheers.
I was just thinking about throwing another pile of weed into my bowl here to smoke.
Who's not looking forward to hearing Smikey?
Smikey.
Who's not looking forward to hearing Spikey's story tonight?
I want to hear it, man. I've been looking forward to that shit. What the hell?
I don't mean to like try to sell the show or nothing.
Who rolled you?
It is, it is going to be a cutback episode, but also it's going to be a great story.
I believe so.
And a weird ending. I think there could be an ending that I'm not going to spoil here, but he said he had to come on before a certain date. I'll leave him to fill in the blanks, but it's going to be a good story tonight. I'm looking forward to hanging out with Spiky Pilot tonight.
That'll be awesome, man. I can't wait for that one. Very cool. Is he in chat?
I haven't seen him tonight. Hopefully he's resting up for tonight. It's just going to bring crickets when I join back in chat.
Right?
Oh, shoot.
Jeez.
I don't know.
So I got a notice today that I need to get ready for an operation. I think my operation might be coming up.
Oh, for your neck? That's a good thing, right, John? Because you're kind of like on.
I've been kicking each and every one of my doctors in the ass.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, man, I hope that works out for you. Hope it comes through.
I'm scared.
I bet.
I'm scared.
I bet. It's not a fun thing, but it's to have a resolution. That's what I mean.
Most definitely, man. I just don't want to end up like Christopher Reeves. You
can't think that way. You can't. I won't. It ain't gonna happen. All that shit when you're going into instances like that. Starting a new business, modern. I've said the same thing to you. It can't be in the vocabulary when you're starting out a dream. And in your instance either, Johnny. When people and doctors work on people, and this is a fact, man, people that go in with doubt, that surgery can end in with doubts, but success
Well,
rates
no,
are
I'm not.
almost
I'm not saying
always
that.
guaranteed.
I'm.
I'm just saying
I'm not saying I
success
have
rates
doubt.
are always predetermined, and the outcome's predetermined. Everything's going to be all right before they go through. You know what I'm saying? You have to, no matter what, you have to have that mindset before that shit starts. There can't be that Christopher Reeves thought you just had can't even be
No,
in
no,
the
no,
cards.
no.
Forget that shit. It isn't
If
even
I
a
don't,
thing. It's gonna be all right.
no, you don't get
I
it. If I
understand.
don't have
I
that
do get it.
operation, I have that neck. So
You
I
need
have
the
to get
operation
this
so you
done.
don't.
So I'm excited to have it happen, but it scares the shit out of me to have them cutting on my neck,
Yeah, I
you know,
understand that too.
because it's
Sure.
going to be it's just, it's a
The recovery.
sensitive area.
They're gonna cut
So
muscle,
yeah,
and you got to recover muscles and shit. It's not.
I
Yeah,
have no idea about what's going on.
they're gonna get your
I'm
ass in there
pretty,
working you, man. You're gonna have fucking therapy and all that. I would imagine.
oh yeah.
Buddy did. They had, it's crazy how they get you going so quick after surgeries now too. Like fucking no, you don't get to lay in bed. You
Oh,
fucking
hell no, I don't want no rest time, man. I want to
right.
get right into it. I
They
told the
used to like
doctor
make you
today, I
rest.
said, I'm sick and tired of sitting around. I need to get back to life. I mean,
It's
I
actually
can
kind of
own, I can only do so much in my garden, you know,
yeah. That's
you
hard.
know, and then I'm done. There's been quite a few days here this last couple of weeks that have been very difficult for me after that last procedure I had. But it's it's getting better. So there's positives every day, you know. That's how I look at
There
it.
is positives. You've touched a lot of people over this last year, just this last year, not to mention throughout your lifetime, Johnny. And
Oh, well,
I'm sure there's going to be very many hearts behind every prayer that day throughout that whole procedure. So we will
most
all
definitely.
be wishing you the best that day, my friend. We
I'm
might
just
not
Yes, we
be
excited
will.
that
there
it's
with you,
coming.
but we will most definitely be there with you in our hearts, my friend.
I
Yep.
appreciate that 100%, man. 110.
Uh,
But I'm excited about it. So that was I got that little notification today and I thought that was kind of good news.
Yeah.
that is cool, man.
And
I'm
stuff.
excited for you.
Yeah.
Get over that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I want to get beyond and start making motions towards the rest of what's going to happen. Because things are going to start happening now. I mean, that's all there is to it.
Uh,
Yeah.
good shit. What you been up
Nothing
to,
but good
modern?
stuff coming.
Smoking on some golden goat. Very good. I finally got. Got a plant. I finally got some beans for it.
So you're
Yeah,
still
I
able
like
to
it.
grow, right? You're like, are you able to grow like you're 12 or whatever? Or
Yep.
okay. So
Yep.
no change on the place though, or
Yeah,
I said I
he's
took.
got to work up
Oh, you
to it.
couldn't hear me the other day. I took a
Yeah, he's
step
got to
back.
work up.
I've got to create some more funds. Down to it. So I'm just chilling out. Take one day by day.
yeah.
Do what I can. Don't have to give up yet.
Oh heck no! Don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
We're cheering for you, man. It sucks that it's that way too. You know what I mean? It's that big of a
They,
hurdle to get.
they don't make it easy.
No.
In a lot of other businesses, you could start smaller and grow up, but they make you be 100%, and it just makes it tough to be that way. So I could go off and be a caregiver for a while, but I might as well spend my time doing what I'm doing right now, and then get there that way. So I just I don't know, something may come around, partner may come in, or I could eventually kill the cash.
Yep.
So I get better bids right now. I guess the city official told me this one bid I showed him was just flat out too high. You're not. They don't want to do the job, or they're busy. They don't want to do the job. So he says, you'll get a better bid than that. So I just gotta be able to complete the whole thing. I don't want to spend all my money. So broke.
Yeah.
But I'm an investor. An investor, no. I don't want that deal. Banks. I was hoping this safe banking app was going to go through, and it somehow got pulled out of the last bill, and so the bank still can't do business with me. That's all I needed that to happen.
Yep.
And that may happen.
I
That
understand.
may happen within the next year.
It's a big hurdle.
It may happen.
Yeah, you can't get funding like that. You got to have it all up front. It's tough.
You gotta have it all front, and you gotta have investors. You gotta have basically cash being given in.
Yeah.
I have equity in, let's say, the building, so I can borrow against the building. But they won't borrow against the building. The building's going to use to be grow marijuana. So,
man, catch 22.
It's catch 22.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, you could do it like this, but nah, you could, because that's not right, man.
Yeah. And it's got an apartment above it, but I can't live there. Can't stay in it. Which kind of, another thing that, come on, laws. Let's get real. It is what it is. I can't change it. Gotta play the game.
Yep. Jump the hurdles, think of something creative, whatever, and make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to give up yet.
No, I like it's that's cool.
So this COVID's been actually a blessing in that aspect. It's given me that till 2023 to actually get open. So it allows me to buy time, my license still be approved. Not to go through all that process again, not to give them more money.
Right.
That's nice.
That's what they were.
So
yeah, it's more money.
It would have actually expired. I would have had to pay more money. It's a little bit of update on your financials. Really what they're going to do and take some more money from you. But luckily, I don't have to do that. I got to 2023 to make something happen. So everything else has been done. I've rehabbed the whole building. It's ready to go except for what's on the blueprints. And I just don't want to commit to anything and then run out of money. I mean, it's just kind of smart, not being stupid.
Right.
So I can, if I can turn some money quick, I've done it in the past. So it'll be all right.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, everybody in chat. I got no chat. My computer's down. All I got is my phone.
Right.
I want to say hi to everybody in chat.
Yeah.
I
Johnny and
really
fucking
get
Smile
ripped.
like troopers tonight. The only faces on the fucking screen and shit, looking into the boxes.
I know. I looked through there and I said, "What's up with all these blank faces here?"
I realized
Can't
that when
even-
I popped off too. I was like, "Oh, Johnny's by himself now." Shit.
Can't even argue with him face to face. We're all arguing behind the boxes and shit. Not even a fair level. Not even a fair level.
Yeah. Yeah.
That way we can't see you get all
I
close
know.
to the screen and yelling at it.
That's it too. That's it too. I'm usually on the other side. I know.
I came in because I wanted to jump into that middle of that bullshit, but you guys were kind of finished already. Everybody's got an opinion on it.
It was all fun.
It's fun.
Well, we all do different things, and I appreciate that, to be quite honest with you. And I'm glad we have such diverse people of doing things. We all did the same thing. We all have the same results. And I don't know about you guys, but man, I've always seen something better than what I've got. Always. I ain't gonna put my shit down whatsoever. I mean, you one time in your life you've seen something better than what you have, and you strive to get that. And however you get there is, but so there's always a different way to do things, and there's always a different plan. There's always take it all in. That's how I become who I am. By taking everybody's input, everybody does. Give my own input on it. Make my own conclusions.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of what I've done.
Take whatever you can. Yeah, you got to be, man. You're doing a badass
It's hard to
job
beat that.
there,
It's
man.
hard to beat Smiley's raspberries, boy.
You're not fucking wrong. Those raspberries are delightful.
He better not ever get rid of that or pass that around or something. Holy shit.
Dude, I actually, funny story. I actually thought I had like not taken a clone of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was going through things like what I had and what I was needing to cut for clones, and I'm like, fuck, I don't have any raspberries. But I did. I had a couple of them. I missed it, but for like a night, I didn't think I had them. I kind of mentioned it to my girlfriend. I thought she was gonna break up with me, dude. Like I see.
It's hilarious.
I'll figure something out. I got seeds of it, or I'll get more seeds. They're like, we'll figure it out.
That must be some serious shit there, Smiley.
It's very
break up over a strain.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, guys. I'm sorry to sound sexist, but I gotta say this: when you're in a committed relationship, happy wife, happy life, brother. I swear it's true.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
But I'm okay with it.
Happy wife, less strife.
Because I love her.
Smiley, don't take no shit though, man.
I see you, Wheatus. I could actually do that, Wheatus, but they would still make me get it up to code. You still would have to do everything I'd have to do. So it doesn't help me because I still have to have the building up to what I need.
Oh, Modern, are you checking out the chat?
Yeah, I know. I haven't always looked, but I did look over and saw that. Yeah, I have to have I got to get the building up. I always thought, like lights and so forth, that the push come to shove, I'd reach out to the community and say, hey, I need some lights. I got to get this thing running here. I need some lights because loan me some lights. Because somebody just let me borrow some lights here to get some. What did you get sit in the corner ain't being used? Just to get me something. If I add push come to shove, you know what I mean? That's something. But you got to have money to have that building done, completely done. And I mean, I got to put a fucking parking lot in and shit. I mean, it's just stupid. It's just stupid what they make you do. And it doesn't matter where I'd buy. Even if I sold it and found someplace else, it would not even be a benefit. Believe me, I'm in it as cheap as anybody could ever be in it. But it still takes a ton of money.
Yep.
It's
Now,
just
modern.
it is what it is.
Tell me, do
What's that?
you think because of the line of business that you are in, that you got more hoops that you need to jump through and more regulations?
Oh yes, no question.
That's fucked.
Everything. Yeah.
That's
Some
just
of it wouldn't be, but some of it would be. I try to beat some of the regulations as best I can, and I have. But some things, in order to operate a business, you got to have certain things.
Have you
I don't
sent
need to go into
any?
all the details. This is a bunch of BS, but
Have you sent any really nice bottles of wine or whiskey to the people that are making those decisions yet?
Where they going? Do no good.
Just a question.
Yeah,
I mean,
do no good. No, I'm nice to them. Maybe I'm very personal with them. They've been helpful. It's just you got to do with follow the rules. You got to follow the law.
Yeah.
Smoke.
I don't know what else to do. I mean,
have you tried smoking?
It is because I said it's because of the marijuana business. If it wasn't that, I wouldn't have to do a lot of things.
Exactly.
There's a lot of things, security, everything that you have to do. I would not have to do. And you can't get no funding because of it. And if they do give you something, you don't want it. You don't want to pay for its ripoff. They're going to steal from you. It's troublesome. If you got a good partner, there's somebody else with you who's got money, it helps, but helpful.
Yeah. It's funny how right? Money makes a lot of problems go away.
Right.
Money can make the problems go away. And the sad part about it is I used to own some Bitcoin, and I sold it when the pandemic happened because I thought it was going to crash, and it crashed, but it also went back up and went back up a lot more. That money right there I could have used. That could have been my ticket home, and I sold it. It's just hurtful. But it is what it is. I couldn't risk that money to go down and lose it. I really couldn't have risked it. So I took the money out. And then it goes up to the fucking moon. That kind of sucked. But you win some, you lose some. I couldn't afford to lose it because of everything I was doing with the business. You can't risk money that you need. That's stupid. So that would have been even stupider. So, yeah, we're going to get there. I don't get too pressured over it. I know we do that like it's a lot on my shoulders, but it's all right. I can deal with things. That's how it is. I can do this because I can deal with these things.
You wouldn't have stepped into that ring if you couldn't.
No, I just can't fight some of these things they're making me do, which I didn't think I'd have to do. Yeah. Or I could get around doing.
That's the mess. They won't let you do the work.
That's the biggest number one problem. I can't get around
one right
it.
There.
I just can't. Yep. I went through everything I could do to get around it. In any way, shape, or form. They won't let me do the work. I have to pay someone to do it. And you're paying someone to do a job like that, they're going to totally follow the thing, which they should. But they're just you're going to pay a lot for what you're getting done. Yeah. And there's no way around it. They have money to make. They got to pay employees. They got to make money. So they're going to make it on you. That's the most hurtful thing is I can't do that. Oh well, I can do it. I can just get there a little slower than I thought. That's all. Yeah, there's no rush in life. I'd rather be.
Hey, what about if you started what about if you started growing some other kind of like flowers of
It
some
was
sort?
still, no matter what, the building has to be up to par for an
But
industrial zone business. They told me if I would have kept it in the business it was, then you wouldn't have to change anything. But since you
what?
started a new business there and
Oh,
you're the new owner, you have to bring the whole building up to code in order to open your new
oh,
business.
so you gotta, okay. So it's inherently upon your shoulders to bring that building up to code.
Yes.
Wow. Man, that's a bummer.
That's what hurt me. It's just I thought they just got some of the building done. So let me just do this part all up to code, all fine. This is the only thing that will operating. And let me just give me a little bit of space, but I can't do that. So you got to do the whole building. Got to do the whole thing.
Oh,
They just
man.
want to prove that. They want to prove that. So they can do what they'll approve, and they're going to approve the whole building. But that's too much drama. But
Okay.
cheers, everybody.
Yeah, no shit. Let's
I'm
take another
drinking, but you
hit.
can't see me, but I'll take a shot.
Right.
Cheers.
I'm ready to pass out too.
Cheers.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
yeah,
I'm about
it's
ready to
just,
pass out.
it's just about that time.
What time is it? I got no clock
It's
either.
15 after.
4:15.
It's almost 4:20.
Yeah, just about.
All
He
right.
got a little smiley. He's like, it ain't 4:20. I'm doing my dab, no song, no nothing. I'm tired. I'm tired, you motherfuckers.
I'm going to bed.
Man, I got much respect for Smiley. I do. I give him a ton of shit sometimes, but man, I got much love and respect for Smiley. I do.
Yeah,
Everybody does.
me too, man.
No.
Sergeant too. That's why I don't take it. I don't know. I think it's all just giving shit. Like my dad used to always do that too, and he's always like, "If I didn't give you shit, it just mean I didn't like you." You know what I mean? If like
Yeah.
all the people that you're giving shit to are people you like, you know.
I used to ask my my dad, why do you always pick on me? And he says, man, if I didn't pick on you, I wouldn't like you. You pick on shit that you like.
What struck me funny about it was usually we've got to encourage the dab out of you. We got to bring out the song. It's got to be 4:20. But this time we got to I'm fucking tired. You pulled out the dab. I just thought it was
like,
yeah. I thought it
All
was kind of
business.
funny the way it all.
All
yeah.
business.
oh, you thought
Played
you were
out.
the host.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta switch that back.
Man.
Bam.
Though I do have tons of respect for you, Smiley. Behind the scenes, you've kicked me in the ass many a times, and all I've needed every time, not necessarily kick in the ass, more of come on, let's go. We should do this. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it more than you know. Sometimes a friend needs that shit, and you've been more than polite in doing it. And when I haven't felt like doing it, you've taken the reins and fucking made sure that we've had a place to hang out, or at least everybody else has had a place to hang out. And for that, I've got tons and tons of respect for you. I can't give you enough props, man. You've really helped out behind the scenes and in front of the camera. The organics takeover. You've really helped out this thing, on many levels. And I can't thank you enough. Coming up on that year mark, I just can't stress it enough because you were one of the ones, episode 6, I believe. Was it 6? It was very early on.
I mean,
Either way,
got me on any episode.
Very, very early. I think, I might be wrong on the episode, but you've been there since the beginning. And it means a lot. A lot of you guys have been here from the beginning. And
I was just gonna say
hope
that.
to see you all. Hope to see you all this time next year for sure.
Oh yeah.
418. Are we gonna go out on the dab song and say
Yeah,
goodbye?
Let's do that.
I think I am actually gonna do the shout outs tonight. I miss the shout outs. I mean, it might sound corny to some people, but that is something I feel has been very key to the success of what goes on here. And you know what I mean? I've talked about that many, many nights, but you gotta be vocal about being grateful. And that shout outs have been very important to me. So gotta do them tonight. They've been missed. I've been missing them. So I don't know if you guys missed them, but I should.
We missed them.
Fuck yeah.
We missed them. Everybody in chat missed them too. You know.
Coming up
Oh,
on
we
All
definitely
right.
enjoy
19.
that, but we hate to see you be burned by it.
Hey, is Sergeant Pepper still here?
I just
hope
make
so.
sure everybody sees I'm ready.
Sergeant Pepper, you gonna join us with a hit? He didn't
Yeah, I'm
sleep, did he? He didn't fall asleep on us, did he?
maybe you did.
Peppa! Cheers, Peppa. Cheers, everybody else, guys. Coming in a little bit early. Didn't want to miss it. There it is.
Cheers, everybody.
There's Raz. Cheers, Raz. Modern Johnny.
I'm gonna roll out. Thanks, Eagle. I'm passing out.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
Lonnie, Modern. Who else is out there?
Pepper Modern.
Pepper's still here. Yeah.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody in chat.
Cheers.
And thank you, Eagle.
Thank you, Johnny. You another one that's been there from day one, holding chats down, making sure everybody has behaved in their early days. That's one of the things. The mods never really had to work, but you guys definitely have earned your colors a few nights. And again, thank you.
We've had to do a couple of things. But I think we have one of the finest chats in town. My thoughts.
Without question. Without question. Modern Genetics, thank you. Being an early patron fan of this whole thing, hanging out. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you this summer at these events.
It's coming up in a month, dude.
I know. I look forward to it.
Month will be there.
Dude, that's amazing. You guys are going to be able to go out and have a good time. And
yeah, there's one this weekend. Gene Traders this weekend.
It's this weekend. Go ahead and tell them about it, Smiling.
I don't know. Fuck, Sunday. 12 to 4 or whatever. Gene Traders on Instagram is what you got to go to. And if you want to go and get tickets, you got to get tickets to know the location. But it is in Muskegon.
That's helpful.
Muskegon's up north, isn't it?
No, it's like west. Lakeshore.
Where is it? Where is it?
I'm not doing it, John.
I'm just playing around. You know that. You know, I'm just playing around. I don't even know how to hold the mid up. You know, I don't know which way it goes.
Yeah, there's like, it's like a thing so bad that company.
It is.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that thing until you guys told me. So I love it. I think it's cool.
You'll see it everywhere now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally looked at the. I looked it up on the map. It full on looks like a mitt. Yeah.
Mitten State.
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah. Mitten State. Pretty awesome.
All right, guys. I'll leave. All right, chill out. Thanks, Eagle.
Good to see you, man.
Thanks,
Later, Martin.
everybody. Good to see everybody.
Appreciate you,
Enjoy
brother.
yourself. Be careful.
Yeah, you too. I'm gonna follow him. Johnny,
Yep.
Ego,
I will too.
Sergeant. Always good talking with you guys in the chat.
Thank you,
Always
brother.
good. Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
Amazing
Later,
day.
Smiley. Eagle, much love, always respect. Man, can't say enough. Sergeant, if you're still there, we'll talk to you later too. It was fun tonight, completely energetic. And everybody in chat, love you guys, man. Respect. We'll talk to you guys later. Eagle, see you tonight.
Take care, Johnny.
All right.
Hell yeah. Sergeant Pepper, looks like I'm going to have to kick you out once again. Hopefully you can hear me, my friend. I appreciate you coming on and hanging out. It's always fun. Sweet dreams, my friend. I don't know how many times I've done this, but it's still fun. Be well, my friend. Be well. Take the report off soon there. To the rest of you guys, so grateful you guys popped on, hung out tonight. Looking forward to doing a live back on video tonight. Hopefully. Depends on Spikey, I guess. If Spikey doesn't go video, I may not go video because I don't like to be the only one on camera. But with that being said, it is time for the shout outs. Long overdue at that. Thanks again, Smiley. If you guys aren't following Smiley, I know you guys all are, but you guys need to be, man. It's one cool dude, very smart, very patient with us, razzing sometimes. I hope he knows most times I'm just trying to be the devil's advocate, staying on both sides, keeping the conversation going. But I do have tons of respect for that guy. All right, guys, let's see what I have here for shout out music. And of course, I figured that this one only seemed appropriate for to start out tonight's shout outs. First up on the list tonight, Sub Cool. I miss you, motherfucker. Still taking notes from you. I don't know how you did it, my friend. I'm trying to still take notes. Thanks again, everybody. Guess who's back is right. Where the fuck is my chat? These House of Dank, Mama Lost 710, Scarecrow 420, Green Thumb Bum, Christina MG 89 Unplugged, 705, Medical, McGullicuddy, Rick T, the Rebel, the 9207, Baby and Sleepless, Dave's not here, Tom Spook, Craig Walker, Mendo Dog, Mendo Dope, T-Dog, Dung Beetle, Red Eye Jedi, Groves, Mother Nature, Dustin Conway, Duckweed, Run Boy 7426, Justin Goodert, Strongman, Okie Grower 75, Corey Trevor, Michael Wallace, Movision 420, Who's Your Cat Daddy, Taco, Don Slug, Rick S, In the Bushes 827, Jane Simmons, Kevin Hahn, World's Last Hope, Pat's Fan 420, Bio Mentor, Dirt Road Dude, Kanashiba, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler, Dab Goblin, Dr. Buzzla, your Acetone, 710 Canuck, Ken Queen Genetics, Stabby, Tanaze, Fundor, Dirtman Dan, Keith the Black Sail, Mr. Bocilla, Sim Premium Gardens, Crossaba, Rasta, Jeff, Soiled Root, Small Tubes, Tyler, Frosty Buds, North Michigan Micro, Ouija Buds, Dub, T. Roy, Big Jar Grows, JC, Modern Genetics, SoCal Weed Nerd, John, Laz, PPG 15, Green County Grower, Perfectly Imperfected, CJ Apple, Dollar Tree Grower, T1 Productions, Stank Grower, DOA Grow Meds, Miss You, Miss Nudie Grows, I Gruesome, Johnny Cannaseed, Nutrient Shootout, Snotty Nicky, Zoe and Slammer, Pixel Monkey, St. Bernard's Observation Booth, 420, Clover 420, High Spy, Aldridge 25, Miss Madam T, Stu Moo, Mo Growers, Can of Crate, Loki Grows, Success, This Guy's Burton 79, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws 31, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds, Cali Connection, Wolverine Grown, Big Jar Grows, Jimmy One for Life, Laid, Way Back, D-Block, MMP, Nations Creations, Manimal, Rusty, Amber Lalana, Warwick, Psychedelic Warlock, Artist LD, Sir Sticky Rob, Big Day 420, Brent Wendell, Big Ed 1961, Madwani G3, Green Click, J&K Triple G, Mr. Sprinkler, Brittany and Tyler Teasley, Hope Farms, Lisa G, John, B2 Crazy, BGWG 420. We talked about your badass tonight. Dr. Budswell, Purple Thumb OG, I miss you, motherfucker. Purple Thumb or Arthro, Sons Amelia, Arthro, Jesse Face 420, Beast Coast Grower 420, Sir Howell, much respect, brother. Trey Malone, Keep It Real, Haggerton 420, Zeb Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, BT Double D Grows, Bingus. Thank you, my friend. Green Puffin Man, Alex Boychef, Chef Life, School of Crop, Cause I Love It, Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Reels 100, 212, Andy Man, Miranda Family Farms, Page Farms, Neall Flower, Ryan Henderson, Green 13, New Sailbot Wins, Kingdom Aquaponics, Indra, Michigan Native, Mary Jane Medgarden, Streamer 77 Double D, Bad Bunny Nutrients, Green, Mr. Green Thumb, Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs from 619 to 664, Spaniard Kruger, Jones of the Grove, Papa G Grows, Rats Amy Dro Grows, Cass, Grow From Your Heart Podcast, Looney Linda, the Green Med Flock, Jeremiah Miranda, Stony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, LG 420, Giant Mike, Prometheus Soil, Jason Einstone, P. Win, David Colby, Mason 662, Scarger Me, Scrogerton, The Goddess Grows, Kaylee, Chad Brad Family Farms, Paulie P. Bjorg, Kevin Jodry, Mike Honcho, Jay Huggins, UDA, Green Tree Hugger, Kush Cloud, Joshua Steensland. You watched this episode replayed tonight. Organic Home Buds, Warren Nelson, Cam Wood, Maine Mystic, Show Love Always, Kelly Stone, Texas OG, Chuck Norris, Sarge S, Claire Fresno, Happy Guy. I have no fucking idea what song is coming in, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Who else we got here? Did we go through that fucking list? We sure did. We got the next up, 311 Mix Up. Kinder Girls, Evergreen, G's, Friend, Tree, MMG, Matt, SA, Ball, Dragonfly, B, Justin Meds, Travis Wells, Lucky Mike, Seattle Chronic Seeds, King Chronic, Titan, Blast Coast Seeds. Probably going to be a fucking commercial. I knew it. Damn you, YouTube. Ruin a whole good shout out. Damn YouTube. Just not gonna have to look at chat until the end. There we go. I can do both. All right. Sorry about the pause there. I guess it was worth it. This is an awesome song. King Chronic, Titan for Blessed Coast Seed, Shango Gas, Wabasso for Life, John Smith, Tommy Tricos, Boca King Raz, Pop Little, Soul Roll, Spiky Pilot would be with me tonight. Hell yeah. Oscar Green Jr., Matt Steelbird, Indo 11, Stephanie Beard, Shirt Pulley 989, Brian Brown, Sovereign Garden, Stoner Nation 420, Tommy Tricos, Joe Y, Bugs 1. 313, Growing a Painted Lady, Frank Group, Jay Myers, to Mid, the chat, Mr. Manny D, Bagseed, Dr. DGC, Jeff Shredder 911, Dutch Gross 420, Scallywag, Skill Bull 1, Medgrower 1, Empire Breeding Co. for Growly, Lost Leaf, Liam Mass, Danny Danko, B Bear 7, Ollie Noble, CK, Tom Tremendam, Looney Jetser, Smoking with Small Town, Tim S., Mr. Lazy, Raptor Grows, Rob, Automation is Freedom, Robert Hazelton, Jordan Michigan, Quarry, Double Tap, Mr. Green Thumb, Bum 420, 808, Rudy, Prospects, Canada Bus Drivers, Hating Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grow, T-Ben, Rude Nuts, 619, and that hammered emails. Thank you guys. Dr. Scrambles, BB Moon Rocks, GHFFJ, Bio Green, Self Grower 56, Hanky Sanky OG, KP, Ganja Nano, Your Mama, Georgia Joe, Roy Rodriguez, SB Growing, Nature's Best Nugs, Killer Bee Grows, Ganja Nana, Ganja Wizard, Husky Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Uso Life, Bully for Life, the Jeff Roll 420, Dr. Franklin Booty, Beavis 698, Goddamn, my Big Ted's Test, Man, I can't believe how rusty a couple days makes. The Riffin' Fat Boy, Jack Greenstock, 420, Boone's Farms. Miss you, brother. Charlie's Farms, Aldridge, 25, Smiley's Garden, JD's, Misty's Nuts, Smoking Grove, Fraser, Grokoski, Twisted Roots, I see you in the chat. Faded Farm, 420, Jeff Borowski, Genetic Memory Farms, the Ball, 420, Joe Cameron, Mr. Bagseed, Joe Carter, Mystic March, Mystic Grower, Ginger Stamps, DTE, Grows A, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372, Ned Denver, Mike Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420, Cannon Trooper, Blind Cat 420, Light Up Again, Tim, miss you, brother. Hope you are doing well. I need to check in on you. UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Devin Shipwreck, Medical MJ, Budsville, USA, Resurrection Prophet. Chris Martinez, Dankman Dan, Dankman 420, Red Setter Farms, Good Life, Jody Bell, Chicha B, the most hated grower, the Major John 420 Army. I love the morning updates. The American one, shout out to you, W Digger 714, Sharates, Kineo, Genetics, Mountain Scotch, ready, hit that hot fire, Chris Mertz, Ian Save, Robbie, Sergeant Live, Hepa Bay, Cam, Finger Lakes Finest, Ridge Patch, Dozer Moon, Southern BT Grower, Choose Medical, Jailbreaker, Plus One Mushroom, Secret City Pioneers, My Little Tent, 24-2 Spacewalker, Christian, Tree Monk, T. Barrington, Heart and Soul Homegrown, Mike B. T. Dwayne, East Coast Will, Heidi Day, Galactic Gardens, John Smith, Elliptis, My Natural Farms, Pacific Northwest Seeds, Ross, Kaya, Paul, Lemon, Hoko, Trent, Rita's Juicy Life, Richard 420, Grant Manuel, Mary Bond, Sammy Sizzle, 90s Cola, Chris Moon, DK Trades, Vision Creator, Guru, The Kind Brew, Cannon Nation, Jay Wire. Holy shit, I miss saying these names. Dan the Indoor Man, Gromies, Homies, Hamilton, Bros, Flip Smoke, Keystone, Cannon Flag, PA, Big High, 710, Eugene Greenleaf, Ace True Hustle, Friend Dark, Carlos, No, it's Era, Zone, no, Beer Grove 420, No Sell, Justin White, Gastain Yeti, Introvert, Genetic, Social J, Vixen, Robin, Killer 8, Mo, James Buttercream, C-Dub from NorCal, The Pharmacy Seed Bank, Dreadhead, Smokey 616, Curtis Mayhem, Matt Myron, Morte, Rick Heyman, Stephanie Dore, Antenna Seeds, Fabricarius Spade, Mike Rules, the Drew Bear 420, Maxi 751, Lawrence Gonzalez, Slow to Get Up, Stu Move, Popco 719, Bake with Shake, Baby, Old Smoke, PWC Grown Buds, Laura Walsh, Mr. Weed Blunts, Old School, Groa, Chad Westport, Hanson Road, Flora Nugs, My Little Piece of Heaven, Pudget Sound Seeds, Goliath Grow, Richard T, Chrissy Wannabes, Mr. Soul, Food Spectrum, Colin God, Lori Hanson, Real 2,000 Years of Tradition, Mr. D. Connolly, Pim Chan, Big Bony Face, Show Me Sasquatch, fuck Google Andrew, I'm going well, baby, Chris Kennedy, Restored, Porter, Farmer, Carl Wright, Zephyr, Humble Farms, Tannery Farms, Seldom Seen, Old Park Gardens, Hell 9782, Skunky Palace, Martial Artist 2012, Microslave Hefner, Daniel McDizzle, Medically Fit, KGB, Robert, Mr. Green Fingers, motherfucking Thomas. That's another one I missed saying right there. Rancher Coach of Plenty, Monkey Balls, Andrew Chandler, Bobby Lynn Means, Trench Digger, Mr. Mac, Tony Like Baloney, Miss Bill S. Weed Piece, Tater Delicious. Minty, Country Roots, Huron Fire, Genetics, Earth Creeper, Big Ray, 420, Teeny, 101, Buds and Hazard, Mr. Club 14, Peter, B-Man, Fire, 616, Snarl Up, Max, Crewman, Ruby, Timothy McKimmons, Neo, Justin Bean, Chronic 88, Fat Belly, Real Jeffner, Steel, Kinbus 03. Fucking commercials. Turp Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Latinos, Gator Country, Mr. Speed. 4 seconds. Where is my mouse? Of course. There we go. It's not good. I'll take it. We're going to be copyrighted all night. Don't miss it. Turk Farmer, Shannon Stevens, Carlitos, Latinos, Gator Country, Mr. Swede, Mr. Speed, Wolfstein, Firesaw, Wally Wookie, The Goddess Grows, Ross Bob, White Feather Grows, Burning Shrooms, Tone Grows, Jank, The K-Man's Grow, BX Gunner, 81, Smith, Dude, New Grows, Sean McCann, J. Mustang, Agenda, Wawa Cannon Grow, Fall Dog, Huron, Cannabis Council, Alyssa Parrish, Rock Fam, Justice Mick, 420, Ben Fresh Grow, Diving Herbs, Howard Boy, Your Mailman Grows, We Be Growing, Australian Grows, Love for the Plant, Argo American, Smock Poker, Unfrozen Caveman, Hawaii's Higgins, Surf Craft, Micro Goon, Jeff Lobels, Mobius Gross, Jank, Brownies, Dan D, Elliott Harkins, Mystic Flavor, The Foraging Gardener, Overwater, Overkill, Seattle Steve, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green, 514, Amelia Jensen, Oz Indica, Dr. MJ Coco, Brandon Russ, Matthew Gates, D's Bag, Drone Sire, Shotgun Willie, Dank Joda, Jay Simmons, sure, bro. Gross, Clackamas, Coot, DJ Conley, ATG, like 1978, Michigan Grown Buds, your boy Roy Buds, Delta 9, Jamie Daniels, Clackamas 420, Stinky Colas, Dylan Cypher, PFC Farms, Husky Garden, Sun Grown 707, J8 Drove, J420, Cascadian Grown, Tito's McGee, Four Plants A, Weedworks, Captain Scrawled, Skunky Buns, Hans Warrior, Jackie Young, Terry Lee Live, McGassie Tumpy, Annie N.D. Urge, Green D, Junior Leon from All Purpose Plug, Green Goose, 11 Smiles, 11, Bindu Buds, Micah Rossi, Plan B, Wob, Robbie, Sean Pins, Rescue Ready, Roadside, we're Notorious, Snug, Magnum, Seeds, Father and Son, Trimming Tutorials, Dub T Tank, Jose Ramirez, Perez, Doggo the Hut, 420, Blue Buck, Chiba Man, GR 420, Community Videos, Detroit River Rat, Louis Garcido, Michael P, AJ Everyday, Cheddar Bob 13, fucking yeah, Maine 420, Med Grower, Cookies Coop, Jay Hendricks, In for the Grill, Backwoods All Good, CL Man, Ciali Man, Sal, sorry about that, Adam Skankin, Chanel Simpsons, One Smoke Away, Ganja Roach, Kazoo, Aaron Gronin, Shrooms, Mr. Lincoln, Stinkin, Angel Studios, MG, the 420 Grow Trend, Paul Diella, John Fleming, Dankovich, Chemo Sky, Fiber, Flower, Paulie P, Seldom Seen, Elevated, Lenny Organic, Sunman, Chiba Sunny, Jeff Papalik, Ricardo Soto, Dan J, Earth Friendly Farming, Candy Forest Farming, Buck All That B, the Misfit Grower, Jason Line 512, Snake Eyes, Northern 446, Jason Greystone, Stony Baker MD, Stony Creek, Russ Sonic, French Dweller, Tarzan, Superman, Old Man Hermit Hash, Freebird, Mo Grower, Matty Gar, Simple Man. Simple Man was here. Fuck yeah, he was here tonight. Pretty awesome. Survival Time, Tim Blake, Golf Coach Chronic, Sink Fat, Caballero, Harley Grower, sorry about that, Jen God, Steve Collins, Time Kendricks, Property Maintenance, Sharpie, The Island Haze, Scuba Steve Speaks, J.R. Ream, Brandy K, Steve Collins, TCDR, you've been missed, man. Claire Killians, Wardrobe Farming, Randy Grande, Pith 1000, Ace Boom 3223, Wake Up, Captain Freedom B, Puppet Smiles 15 Digit, Michigan Ganja Move, Hash, Fred G, Super Bob, Grosky 808, Weekend at Bernie's K-Bag, Justin Station, Strong Sound, Organic, Zippy, iMedic 31, Honesty, K-Hell, Me All Flower, Brent Boom, Todd Kendricks, Newton, K&T, Chris D, True Shoe, Photons, Foe, Natty Dread, Barbara Matthews, Ancient Soul Grown, sorry about that, Kevin Jiu-Jitsu, Canna, Health and Happiness, Berserk 215, Clab, Low Cut, Albert, Trembly, Mo, Manic, Meds, RS, Banshee, Helen, motherfucking huge Anus, James T, Atomic Spoon, Miss Jill, Big Daddy, LT Gardens, L High Flower 420, Lobster Brush Bro, Mother Tree Maine, Red Pill. You've been missed, man. We missed you tonight. Your boy Roy Boy, Aesthetic Shannon, Gibbons, Ruhan, Rick W, Comfortably None, One Smoke Away, The 840 Show, Richard Lamb, Red Pill 710 again, because you were missed, dude. Kenneth Pursuit, K Rolling, Worthy Buzz, Logan Man 81, Oil and Flower, Buddha Boy, we missed you, motherfucker. The Entourage Effect, Warren Dixon, Pink Lady Luck, El Mondo, 420, surrounded by Keith, Ferrari Farms, Bridge Dweller, Single Father's Happiness Without Guilt, YouTube, this isn't even fair. Damn, right in the middle of a song. Let's see, Richard Forbes, David, what the fuck? Two commercials in the middle of a song. Richard Forbes, Daniel Pimenta, B4P Funk, Nika T, John Reese, Without Bob, Prince Patty, Daniel Bergman, Puffin, Green Puffin Man, B Bung Diddle, James Chung, Sarge Groves, 818, John Wayne, Cruel, let's see, Calling Roots, sorry about that, Calling Roots, Sister Golden Haired, Dina, El Dangarino, Kane, F Gardens, Blank, 1030, Choose One, Only Feet, Farmer James, Crypto Dope, James Lamb again, Hope Groves, Matt Jabin, Dan Marino, Chronic Wonders, Surprise Grow, Sunrise Grow, sorry about that, Top Floor Genetics, Mold Vision 420, Can2 Cannabis, Jess Fisher, my dog Nelia, Rooster, motherfucking Rooster, Alex Hardy, Hardy Gear, Medi Cropper, Daniel Gross Photos, Mitten, Grown Meds, Sunrise Grows Again, of course, my beautiful daughters, Lexi, Courtney, and Brittany. Love you girls. No Limit 916, Grumpy Toad, Alchemist. I know I said that wrong. Can of Mix. Oh, we got Soulborn, Addiction, Roz Joe, Alex D, Dirty Or, Catfish, High Powered, Thunder Dan, Propaganda Station, John McDaniels, Lisa Marie, the Killers. Last but never fucking least, Weedus 207. Man, I missed shouting these names out. A little rusty tonight, but it was fun to say them. You guys have a great night. I miss every one of you guys. Did you guys really think you get rid of me that fucking easy? Never. Year 2, you guys, coming up. Love you guys. Have an amazing day. You guys know the deal. If this is the end of your routine, get some rest. I need to listen to that advice more often. This is the beginning of your day. Go out and have an amazing day. Do something nice for somebody, please. Random acts of kindness do save lives. You'll never get me to quit saying that, beating that drum. I thank you guys for being a part of my life every damn day. Could be one of the biggest random acts of kindness I've ever seen. Join me tonight. My guest will be Spiky Pilots. Thank you guys for being patient. I love you guys.